has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, everybody? It is Chris Platte. We are back. Woodward Pistons, Woodward Basketball, live here on Woodward Sports. I am Chris Platte, of course, joined by my guy, Jeff. One moment. Jeff, when you get a chance, I forgot about the lights. I forgot about them. Appreciate you. But, no, this has been an unreal season. Pistons are about to take on the Raptors. We are going to get into that. We are going to get into, of course, the fact that the Pistons got Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren both suspended for multiple games. Duren for 2 and Stu for 7. We are going to give our breakdowns and our reactions to that, as well as give you play-by-play of what's going on in the game and post-game coverage. So your number one place to talk Detroit Pistons. There we go. The light's bright. This could be a potential playoff matchup. Right now, they're slotted in the 4th seed, and the Pistons are the 1 seed. So if Toronto takes care of business in the first round, and the Pistons, assuming they do, this could be a potential second-round matchup. So I'm excited to dive into it. I can't wait to get into everything about it. First, while we're waiting for the game to start, let's just talk about the suspensions. Jeff, also Kool-Aid is traveling to All-Star Weekend, so he is in his travels. We sent him a VMix link, so he may be joining us at some point in the show. So shout out to Kool-Aid for that. But beforehand, I'm very happy with the Stu suspension and the Duren suspension. I thought that Duren 1 to 2 games was always going to be what it was. He hasn't had much trouble in the league. He didn't really do much. I mean, he did the face mush, but outside of that, it was mainly just him actually backing away, trying to de-escalate fights. And then Isaiah Stewart was the one I was worried about. But when he came out there and his repeat offense, I thought the NBA was going to come down hard on him. But ultimately, this is Adam Silver's NBA. And I'm very glad about that. Because this is something that universally, fans, media, everybody covering the event were saying, man, this was good just to have rivalries. You don't want a fight to happen by any means, but the fact that there was nothing really, no one was hurt, no one was seriously injured, none of that stuff. I mean, that's just good, intense playoff basketball, man. That was what it was, man. The Hornets were one of the hottest teams in the Eastern Conference. Pistons are number 1 in the East. And they had to sun them. So I can't wait to see it because obviously, as of now, it's a very real possibility that the Pistons are playing the Charlotte Hornets round 1. We're getting ready to tip off here. This is going to be a good game, man. I can't wait to see your starting lineup for Toronto. Quickly, R.J. Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scottie Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl returning on a minutes restriction. Murray Boyles, the rookie, is out. Paul is out. But this is a team, man. This is a team that's deep, that's loaded, that's been playing good basketball. I think outside the Pistons are probably one of the biggest surprises in the East right now this season. I mean, if you told me that Toronto was going to be a 4 seed, I was going to ask what happened to the Pistons and what happened to a lot of other teams. But Toronto has played good this year. I'm going to have the chat up so I can stay tapped into everything everybody is saying. Let's see. Who can play? Yeah, I can't wait to see, man. No fans, no workers injured. It was a bar fight. Yeah. Pistons getting ready to tap off. Here. Oh, you got on yours, or do you need me to slide this one over?
Yeah, we'll probably share.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Make it easier.
Yep. You can go ahead and turn up the brightness. There we go. Toronto with the first possession. It is a mid-range jumper for Brandon Ingram. It is off. Cade gets the rebounds, bringing up the court.
Obviously, Pistons are going to be relying heavily on Cade Cunningham and the rest of the supporting cast to pick up the slack, especially rebounding. You have your leading rebounder out, and really the only person that really truly was like a threat from rebounding So it's going to be a collective that's going to have to step up today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to have to be, look, and Jakob Poeltl's back. So your front line is diminished, and their front line just got healthier. Paul Reed, B-ball Paul with the 3 to start. Pistons up 3-0 off the inbound pass. That is what you love to see.
What did you say, Chris? I mean, we're going to have to learn how to speak B-ball Paul.
And I think a lot of people are going to be fluent. A lot of teams are going to have the chance to be fluent in that language. Tobias run a pick and roll action with B-ball Paul in the corner. Faked another 3. Thought he was going to go for it. Takes it in
To the paint.
Paul Reed 5, the Toronto Raptors 0. Just how the game was expected to start. Paul Reed, no man. I mean, look, we make jokes, but this is what he does. He is highly effective in minutes.
He's turned
Jakob
into
Poeltl
prime
beats him on the pick
Ben
and roll.
Wallace, prime Shaq tonight. Somehow when his number is called, B-ball Paul never fails us.
Mixed with Kevin Durant, mixed with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, mixed with Michael Jordan. Yeah, no, he's a dog. Cade pulls the 3.
Cade for 3.
Cade hitting that 3, that first one, is always huge for him.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
always it
It
always
kind of
sets
shows
the
he's in
tone.
rhythm. It shows
Yeah.
he's feeling it.
Especially if it's a 3, yeah. I like that. I like that a lot from Cade. Pistons up 8-2. Brandon Ingram off the dribble trying to make something happen. Kick out. The shooter misses. B-ball Paul bringing it up. Cade back attacking in transition.
Bad
Loses
turnover.
the ball. Can't have turnovers. That's the one thing.
You know, Chris, one of the players that I'm going to be looking for today is Asar Thompson in the terms of what he's doing defensively, because I feel like this is a team where they might think that they can match up with the Pistons. And I kind of want Asar Thompson to assert dominance and put the fear of Asar in them today. Like, just know, like, it's going to be hell when you're on the perimeter with me.
He's a one-of-one athlete. He's a one-of-one athlete in this league. He's what makes this thing go round for
Shout
the
out to
Pistons.
D-Mac.
Like, shout out to D-Mac, legend in the building. Make sure you spend your Valentine's Day with D-Mac, February 14th.
Getting prepared up.
I think it's going to be a good litmus test for the Pistons. And so far, B-ball Paul is responding. 7 points for the Pistons. 7 of the 10 points. I mean, the Raptors only have 4. B-ball Paul is outscoring them. But you're right about Asar. Asar absolutely should take this moment to be a physical force. You need that. You need that. 2 members of the dog pound are out. Actually, all 3, because Ron Holland isn't playing.
Yep, correct.
And what did they say about Asar? Say he's too nice to be in the dog
Too
pound.
nice.
This is a time where you need Asar to be mean and nasty. And I think that he will continue. I think he will be that. I do expect a good game from him. But in the meantime, this is
a B-ball Paul show today.
This is a masterclass we're witnessing. 9 points for B-ball Paul already. 4 for 4 from the floor.
I'm really curious to see what his over was before. I did not look. Chat, if y'all know what his over was in this game before the game started, let us know in the chat, because that's easy money. That would have been easy money today.
Damn, Paul Reed from Kevin Jeffries says Paul Reed is going for 40 tonight. Thomas said Cade is so sloppy. I think that's just a rough start. I think he's fine. He hit a 3. He did have a turnover, but Cade plays at a comfortable pace. So sometimes it looks sloppy, it looks slow, but it's always calculated. It's always calculated.
We say this all the time, though. Like, when you get a player that is going to have that usage rate that Cade has, like, it's bound to be turnovers. Like, there's bound to be, especially when he's creating for others so much, like, it's bound to be turnovers when he is, controlling the game. You just want less of the bad turnovers. Like, that
Absolutely.
one there, that was a bad turnover.
Absolutely. And what did you feel about the suspensions while we're in this game?
Best case scenario. Like, they couldn't have asked for anything better. Like, that was absolute best case scenario. You get 7 games for Isaiah Stewart, like,
You take that.
Especially
Absolutely.
being a repeat offender, someone who has kind of been on the league's radar, as in, like, he's had these skirmishes before. I mean, LeBron and choking out Who was it? Drew Eubanks, right?
Yep, Eubanks,
in the pregame. So it's just like all these things. It's like
No,
7 games for Stu. We'll take that every day of the week.
Like I said, I think David Stern, different era.
Yeah.
But I like this because the fans like it. The media likes it. Everybody was just on board with, hey, we love that a regular season game mattered this much, that players' intentions got that high.
Yep.
So I can't wait to see what it's going to do for his Pistons. They are in a tough stretch. They missed Stu without set for 7 games, Duren for 2, so it'll be this one and New York. So the last 2 games before the Pistons head into All-Star break. New York gets a break. They do not play Jalen Duren once during the regular season.
And you know what, Chris? I think that's just going to set them up for more failure in the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely.
If that was to happen, if that was to kind of match up, you mean tell me Jalen Duren's been holding that L that in the playoffs, he hasn't been able to take off any frustration on you?
Oh, he's going to exercise some demons for sure.
Exactly.
Against this New York team in the playoffs. As of now, though, it's going to be a tough climb to get there because the Pistons don't play New York until.
And you know what, Chris? I listen. New York Knicks fans were all in an uproar of us losing to the Washington Wizards. Then we blew them out by 40, and then they proceeded to lose to the Indiana Pacers. You just gotta love it. You gotta love it when they're just at their most, talking the most. That is what happened to them. They ended up losing to the Pacers with absolutely nobody.
Absolutely nobody, man. I think that is just typical New York basketball. And then I saw New York accounts crying about how today Indiana is resting a bunch of their players to say, why couldn't you do that yesterday? You're looking for the handout win. You're looking for the handout win.
They don't even have their superstar.
I mean, look, I think that just shows the difference, man. I think that's gonna be the thing that gives you confidence if you're the Pistons is that if you get to the end of the tunnel and all that's staying between the finals is you and New York, you're not losing that series.
Oh, you feel good.
You're not losing that series.
What did JB said? We're not losing to them. We're not losing to them.
No, not losing to them. But it is gonna be a long road to climb. I don't know if anybody heard on Trajan Langdon addressing the media today, talking about the Pistons, and he didn't really seem like he was too confident in this team's playoff exposure. They asked him, "Why didn't you make a big move at the deadline?" He said, "Look, we haven't even won a home playoff game." And then they doubled down. They re-asked him on the flagship. They said, "Hey, can they make a finals then?" And he was like, "Again, we haven't won a home playoff game." So. I mean, the way he was talking sounds like a GM that doesn't think that this Piston team is going to get there, or at least doesn't want to put out his chest too early on that.
I think that's what it is, though, Chris. I think he didn't want to, mortgage the future at this point, not knowing what this team will look like in the playoffs. But this team does have the belief in themselves. Like Kool-Aid has said so many times, like what they talk about in that building is literally getting a championship. Like they don't expect nothing less. So like it's like at the same time you can see it from Trajan's point where you don't want to mortgage the future. You don't know what the future holds. You don't know, exactly, how contracts are going to work out. All these things. Did you want to make a big splash and go after someone now, and then you still get a first round exit?
Right.
So it's like, to his point, yeah, this team hasn't won a home playoff game, and that's a huge step in being a championship team is winning at home, especially in the playoffs, because that's where you have all your support. You want to take care of business at home and then go on the road and be the villain.
Absolutely. Shout out the away fan in the building, man. He asks, who's the friend here? This is my guy, Jeff Walker. On the desk with me, he TDs a lot of the Piston shows that you see here in studio, the watch parties, the post games, all of that. He helps make them possible. Kool-Aid is at All-Star Weekend. We did throw out a VMix to him, so hopefully he can join us at some point during this show. I don't know his travel schedule, though, so he may not be able to. He did talk about, though, we're definitely going to get you guys some content from NBA All-Star Weekend live. I can't wait for that.
Stay tuned for that.
I can't wait for that, man. I can't wait for that. Kool-Aid beat the players there, which is crazy.
Well,
Shout out
you
to
got
Kool-Aid.
to.
Yeah,
You got to. You got to get set up. You got to get prepared.
Pistons up 18-10. Toronto's not a super formidable half-court offense, so I think that is the type of team that plays very well into the Pistons' hands because they're going to out-defense everybody. They're the number one defense in the NBA since January 1st. So they're going to out-defense you. But if you can't beat them on the offensive end, you just stand no chance. And so I think the Pistons feel really good about this game. It'll be interesting to see, though. Toronto did make some small moves at the deadline. They got Trey Jackson, and I think that he'll make a difference. They, like I said, they got Jakob Poeltl back. They got some big fellas that can punish the Pistons. It does suck that all of these suspensions came to the front court. They were kind of evenly distributed.
That's the big thing right there, Chris.
Yeah.
It's like it literally took out both of your front court.
Especially
your front court duo is gone. But
especially
it's okay because we got the best case scenario. Like these guys are not going to be out for an extended, period. Like there was talks of Isaiah Stewart getting 25 games, which is absolutely crazy. But it's like, could you have seen like? The league could have done it if they wanted to. So
Absolutely.
The fact that they gave out the suspension at 7 and 2 for Jalen Duren, like we'll take that with a win, especially when you have B-Ball Paul playing as well as he is
Absolutely.
now. And
shout out Asar with the nice little flush there. Nice offensive rebound and flush.
He almost wasn't nice on that one.
Shout out John Moak in the building. He said, "What up, squad?" Mark Royal says, "Could Paul Reed be the stretch four the Pistons have been needing?" I do think you might see some of those chances, but it's probably going to be more likely Stu and Duren playing together in the playoffs, assuming again everyone's healthy, rather than B-Ball Paul. But I do think that B-Ball Paul will have opportunities to play in the playoffs. I know that it's usually a short rotation, but this Piston team is not scared to go double big. And if you run Stu and Duren, then you kind of have to save yourself some minutes there by doing the Paul Reed type of situation. So
another B-Ball Paul
having a great game for him so far.
But Chris, to your point though, for the Pistons, yes, they could need B-Ball Paul when it comes to the playoffs because this team is physical and they're going to be physical with their brand of basketball the whole year. They do commit, the most fouls in the league. So if that does happen in your front court, it's good to know that you have that third option off the bench that is going to come in and immediately play well because that's what he does. He's always available off the bench, and when his number is called, he does not disappoint.
Yeah. KJ Obe says, "I was told Ivy would become a superstar after we trade him. Why did the Bulls bench him already?" If that's the case. Hey, man, just let Ivy be Ivy, man.
Don't let that spread easy.
He was so polarizing here in Detroit, and my mindset on Ivy is, look, it is what it is. He's gone. At the end of the day, he didn't really do anything too special for the Pistons. He had good moments, but he didn't do anything too special to where I'm like, rooting to see him win. I want to see him succeed. I don't see that, but at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, man. Look, you're the Pistons. You got bigger fish to fry. Watch those OKC games. Watch those San Antonio games. Watch those Cavs games, those Knicks games, those Celtic games. Look at these teams that the Pistons are potentially going to be playing in the playoffs and ask yourself, how do we match up against them? How confident are you in those series right now? Matter of fact, chat, let me know right now, what's the one team in the East that you're most scared of? I feel like this always changes all the time, but I want to ask it. Who is the number one threat to the Pistons in the Eastern Conference? Let us know. B-Ball Paul is playing like it's his time. Shout out to Frank. John Moak wants to see Sasser tonight. The suspensions were in the front court, not the back court. But hey, the Pistons pull away.
You never know.
You can see some Sasser minutes. You can see some
Listen,
Sasser minutes. I think that's what he's assuming.
I was calling for Chaz Lanier. I wanted to see it, but it's okay.
Spenmo Chin says Boston. David says Boston. Art says Boston. Freight Train J, excuse me, said Boston and the Cavs. He cheated. And then KJ Obey said Washington. But yeah, I think that Boston's a logical threat, man. Like, even without Tatum.
At this point, Chris, you can say that they're a logical threat because they've won playoff games before. Mm-hmm. And not only have they won playoff games before, but they still have majority of their team intact. And adding Vucevic to that lineup, who's, as we say, a known Piston killer, like, they definitely got better. And especially with the news that Jason Tatum is starting to practice, whether Jason Tatum plays or not, the Boston Celtics will remain a threat because of how they're coached as well as how their team is built. Their team is built to shoot a lot of threes, and that is something that if the Pistons are not able to slow down the three-point shooting, they can't get into a race with a team like the Celtics with their offensive firepower. So that's where the Celtics kind of remain the most dangerous team in the East, especially come playoff time.
I agree wholeheartedly, but Freight Train Jay makes a good point, too. He said the Cavs always give us shit. The thing about the Cavs is so interesting because they do. They've been a bad matchup for us in the regular season for the last couple years. They are a really good team. But they've also collapsed in the playoffs. And, I mean, the Pistons, look, to be fair, the Pistons had collapses last year in the playoffs. So that's one of those where I feel like I should be confident because I think that when the rubber meets the road, like the Pistons are the team with dog and the Cavs are a team that can get punked. But ultimately, it's very fair to look at the Cavs and be scared. It's very fair to pick the Cavs over the Pistons in the series right now just because they may not be this boogeyman that Boston is in terms of their playoff success, but they have played us well consistently, and they do have a good and talented team. So the question is, are they the team that gets punked every year, or is there something to them? Can things break right for them this year? So I think Cleveland is a very, very real threat to Detroit. If I'm ranking them, Cleveland would absolutely be second in my opinion. It's not even close. I think there's a sizable gap between Cleveland and New York. But that being said, Cleveland has a history of not showing up in the playoffs. So we'll have to see. But the way the bracket's shaping up right now, if Cleveland makes if the Cavs make a climb, to that 3 seed, that's something you're now not seeing them until the conference finals. Like, the best case scenario for the Pistons is that the 2-3 ends up being Boston and Cleveland. Yeah. So then you got who you got in the first round. You should, God willing, take care of that. And then from there, you have a winner of probably Toronto, New York. I like the Pistons against either of those teams.
You do.
And then you're talking yourself into conference finals.
I think we have to remember also that this team was missing Beef Stew for majority of that series against the Knicks. And he made life for Cat extremely difficult when he was in the game. So him going down with that injury was huge for the Pistons because they missed that. They missed their defensive anchor.
Mm-hmm. Dennis with a tough 3 there.
Good play by DePius.
Pistons up 12, 25-13 with 3.5 minutes left in the first. Let's see what the chat is saying. Man, it's just a lot of Paul Reed love tonight. A lot of Paul Reed love.
Deservingly so. I mean, the dude is literally having a career game to this point.
Yeah. Put in Sasser, JB. John Moak is really, really advocating for that. JB put in Tobias on Ingram is a joke. I think they're just trying to eliminate those post touches from Brandon Ingram.
I think Tobias holds his own defensively against.
He's been good.
Yeah.
He's been good this season. Karis LeVert, bring the ball.
Chris's favorite player.
Swings it to Jenkins. And B-ball Paul
Illegal
is
screen.
called for an illegal screen. Hate to see it. This is where you'd like to see some of the upgrade come through. You'd like to see, because when Dennis Jenkins has a good game or Karis LeVert has a good game, this bench unit is crazy. It's potent, and it's a problem. But on the days where, Dennis and Karis are off, I'm not saying that today is that day, it makes it tough. Who do you think is actually going to end up in the playoff rotation for the Pistons off the bench? Who are the guys coming off the bench? Give me 3 to 4. Because typically it's only 8 to 9 guys.
Yeah. It's going to be Isaiah Stewart, Ron Holland, Dennis Jenkins, and I feel like depending on the series, it could be either Javonte Green or Paul Reed. Because of the fact that, I guess Karis too, because I feel like JB just trusts him, but I don't know why. I would rather
He
have
trusts the ball handling that he brings.
I feel like Javonte Green just gives you that instant grit. Like he's gonna give you that type of energy of as soon as he goes into the game where it's
Right.
like defensively, like he's going to go in there and shake things up kind of. And that's where I kind of think that the Pistons are going to use like their bench spots on. Ron Holland, obviously one of those guys that comes in defensively, makes a difference, especially with Asar being asked to guard, who he's going to be guarding throughout the playoffs. Like he's going to need a break, and Ron Holland is, going to be asked to take those next steps and to fill in for Asar when he is out.
I think so. Look, it's been interesting the way JB uses Asar this year. He doesn't use him as guarding the best player. He uses him as guarding the point of attack and basically kind of cutting off dribble penetration and forcing the team to play iso ball. That's why the Cavs series is interesting. It just got a lot more interesting now that they traded Garland for Harden. Because Asar can only guard one of Harden or Mitchell. And I know that the easy answer is to throw Mitchell because Mitchell's the better player, but the Pistons have long been using Asar strictly to defend those dribble penetrators.
The rough moment there for your boy Karis.
What happened? I missed
He got
it.
absolutely ripped up right at the 3-point line.
No, not Karis.
Yeah, and then Dennis Jenkins to the bucket. I love seeing Dennis be more aggressive in terms of not just being out there as a shooter, but being out there as someone that can create offense. And he has to understand that he's here to stay, and we need him to be that aggressive as he was before he got this contract. Like, don't take a step back and kind of, like, we need you to do exactly what you were doing before.
Absolutely.
You have to be that instant spark off the bench offensively, especially when Cade Cunningham is out. You want to see him take control.
Absolutely, man. That's been my thing with, like, Karis. So that's where I kind of gave him a chance this season, was because I didn't like it at first because I thought the Pistons should have valued another movement shooter that could really kind of help them. But I see it. I see the value of Karis even in the bad games. I see it. Like, the idea of having somebody off the bench. Seeing somebody off the bench that can alleviate Cade Cunningham, that can kind of carry an offense for a spurt of time, that's very, very needed. Very needed. And yeah, I'm curious to see what is going to be the playoff rotation there in regards to that. But I know for sure Dennis will be involved in it. Is that Grady Dick?
Yep.
My God, I forgot about that guy.
You forgot about his jersey swap?
That was a legendary jersey swap. I'll give him that. But, dude, talk about a player that, like, got a little bit of hype, and I haven't heard shit from him since, man.
Yeah, I haven't not really heard much of as the ball hit him in the face when he was down there. But I haven't heard much of him this year.
Freight Train J, excuse me, going in on Karis LeVert right now in the chat.
And that was a horrible miss. I mean,
Toronto just has a bunch of, like, nice players, man. They don't really have anything, like, special.
no.
That's why you're just not scared of Toronto.
Yeah.
They're a respectable team. I think I think they're going to be a team that gets rudely awakened in the playoffs. Like when you realize that there's kind
Their
of
go-to guy is Brandon Ingram.
Yeah. And we saw him in the Pelicans playing games. He was awful.
Yeah.
Pistons up 9. 1.5 minutes left in the first.
You gotta love that by B-ball.
Is this? Oh, I thought. Oh, you're right. The Knicks game is next Thursday, not this Thursday. This is their last game before All-Star. I knew for sure that after Toronto was New York, but I thought it was after the. I thought it was before the break, not after. You're right. Good call out there. So, still will suck for Duren. Poor Duren, man. And he's out of the dunk contest too, right?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't related to the suspension. It was
No, that was injury.
Yeah, it was just, hey, you got that little knee injury. Nothing serious. It was just something, load management kind of thing. And it's like why risk it for the dunk contest? When there's bigger things to accomplish this year.
Absolutely, I'm with that 100%. Talk
great.
about a guy I've never been a fan of, RJ Barrett.
Those 3 Duke players, Chris. Not really much. Like, you would thought one of those guys turned into like a star, and none of them have. Like, they're just
Shout out Michigan State.
kind of sitting at the midway point. Like, just
Just like fine players.
kind of right above 20 points for RJ Barrett. Like we said, nothing special. He doesn't like you hear RJ Barrett, you don't get scared.
He's also consistently inconsistent. It's actually crazy. What are those passes, man?
Bad turnover by Javonte. Just go up with it.
Yeah,
You're already right there.
Yeah,
He knows
he's
it.
mad at himself.
Yeah, he knows it.
He's mad at himself. Yeah, man. Like when you talk about fines, Javonte Green was such a great find for the Pistons, man. To find a guy for the vet minimum that is going to be on your playoff roster, in your playoff rotation, more than likely. Shout out to Trajan.
And even if he's not a huge part of,
Even if
The
he
Pistons,
just 8 minutes this season, like that's good.
yeah, like in the playoffs, he can literally come in for maybe like 2-3 minutes, and that's just for a quick break, and it's just because you have someone that can literally just deliver you that type of energy off the bench.
He'll get you a steal and a 3,
Exactly.
and that's it. And you're just like,
And there
thank
you go.
God we
Let's
got
back down.
Javonte. Yeah, perfect. That's all you need for Javonte Green. It is going to be interesting, man. I can't wait to see his team in playoff basketball. I know we're at the All-Star break here, but I can't wait. I can't wait for playoff basketball. I can't wait to see this team. I can't wait to see his team after watching them live twice in Detroit.
Who we got playing this? Who do we have playing the center right now?
Is Tula Smith in?
No, he's not.
Hey, Cade almost got the buzzer beater to go from way beyond 3. End of the first quarter, 29-19. Chat, let me know, how are you feeling about the Pistons in this game?
Say what, I do want to see Tolu Smith in the game today, and I feel like we will definitely see him in the game. He's someone that I actually like for what a two-way contract and a two-way player can give you. He gives you a lot in that aspect.
Mm-hmm. I see John Moke in the chat saying, please get Sasser in the game when he scored, not defense. So at first, I thought he was just calling for Sasser minutes because he thought that the Pistons were going to blow him out. But if you're actually asking for Sasser, look, I like Sasser. This is no disrespect. But I think that's where this
Are you
team,
playing him over Dennis?
not even that. Just I think that's where this team gets into like a lack of understanding of, straying away from your identity and how bad that is. Like, I go to this, and I hate to do it, but I truly think that Game 6, Detroit would have won if JB doesn't pull a SAR for those 2 minutes. Because remember, they were up like 8.
Yeah.
And they pull a SAR. Now, I know that Jalen Brunson ultimately hit the walkaway shot on a SAR, but you're telling me in any of those 8 points that were got before that Asar's defense wasn't going to make the difference? I forgot who they brought him in for. I think it was Tim Hardaway. And it was a defense for offense play. And the Pistons had the lead. And I was like, that is a bad move. You have the lead. Defend the lead. This is obviously a much smaller, not as important scale of it. But that was a real valuable lesson for me in terms of, no, you don't switch from your identity. You don't run from your identity unless you absolutely have to. So I think that the Pistons should favor defense over offense. And look, it's working, guys. They're up 10. Like, you know, I know we want to see perfect basketball all the time, but this is one game before All-Star break. Excuse me.
This is the Pistons' calling card, though. Like,
Yeah.
they're the second best defensive team in the league for a reason.
First best since January 1st.
Yeah. And the only person they trail is the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is the defending champions. So it's like you can't.
Thomas says team is frustrating me. I feel you. I feel you, but man, relax.
Yeah.
It's a game before All-Star weekend. Matter of fact, tonight, if they do it, shout out to my guy Matt Moore on Action Network, Locked On NBA, Locked On Nuggets, does a great job. One of my favorite people covering the NBA for the last like decade. But he put out this stat that since the three-point era, 90% of the NBA champions have won 40 games before they lost 20 games.
Yep.
And the Pistons, if they win tonight against Toronto, will have reached that mark. The only other team that has reached that mark so far is Oklahoma City Thunder. The only teams that are eligible to hit that mark are San Antonio, New York, and Houston. And San Antonio and New York have to go 6-0. Houston has to go 8-0. Those are the only teams eligible for the 20-loss, the 40-20 rule. So, again, it's Piston team, man. What they're doing is real. That's why I disagree with Trajan, man. I get it. If you had to mortgage the farm, don't do it. But if you could have made a move here or there that made a difference, I think that was absolutely worth doing. Jakob Poeltl looking back and healthy as he gets to the rim off the pick-and-roll finish. 29-24. Pistons are up as we start the second quarter. Cade brings the ball up. They blitz him double. Duncan fires it to Green. Green to the basket. No good. Gets the offensive rebound. Kicks it to Cade. Cade with the second three. You love to see that. You love to see Cade 2 of 2 from 3. Or I think 2 of 3 because I think he did.
That's like the one thing people try to find a negative thing to say about Cade now is, oh, he doesn't shoot, the three-point ball that well.
Freight Train J with the super chat. We need Chaz and Duncan together for threes. I love Chaz. I'm never mad at Chaz minutes. I'm never mad at Chaz minutes. Me and Jeff are.
If I could take Chaz right now, I would have him in the game right now.
Why is Karras in? Somebody help me. It is game like 60 of the regular season. We're good. Like, it doesn't really matter. Or game 57, I think. I don't know. Math is not good off top. But, 3-3 to get it. You're right. Athena says San Antonio needs to go 3-3 to get it, not 6-0. You are right. I tried to recall all those numbers off the top of my head. Was not able to do so. But Pistons are up 6.
Hey,
Cade
Chris,
bringing the ball up.
Did the Spurs do us a disservice by limiting Wemby's minutes last night?
Absolutely.
Because it looked like he was on his way to a 70-point game.
Yeah. Dude, that brother is a problem. I don't care what you say. That is one Frenchman I respect. That guy has been balling.
He was almost a Piston.
Should have been a Piston. Should have been a Piston. But what?
That's another 3 by Cade. Look at that. 3 for 3. Oh, no, 3 for 4.
Shout out. Shout out. Jeez, Sam Merrill is 7 of 7 from 3 at the half with 26 points. Jeez, I wanted him to be a Piston so bad.
Chris was calling for it.
Cade for 3.
Cade!
Again,
Oh, he's feeling it.
Cade
Oh, he's feeling it. He is feeling it.
Cade is 4 of 5 from the floor.
Dangerous. This
All
is dangerous
threes,
waters.
Jeff. He hasn't taken a single shot inside the arc yet.
Chris, this is dangerous waters for these Raptors.
Yeah. This is 13, 5, and 4 with a steal for Cade Cunningham as of right now.
I'm not going to say it because you know what? Every time we do, it doesn't happen. We're just going to sit back. We're going to relax and see what happens.
Damn, Sam Merrill going against him in fantasy, too. It's a double whammy. I believed in you, Sam. Asshole. Oh, but Powell even it out for me. Let's go.
Duncan comes back in
Let's
for
go. Shout out, Birdie.
Kevin Huerter.
There we go. Pull up 3. Ugh, banks it in.
Bang.
Banks it in. Almost stole the inbound, but Toronto is down 29-38. This is with the lead and the ball. Jeez. Huh. Foul.
Who is that Cade had on him down there in the paint? He was calling for it. He wanted the ball right there, Chris. He really felt like he had an advantage right there. I couldn't see quite who was on him.
I couldn't either.
Javonte with a chance for 3 free throws.
That's crazy.
He knocks down the
That's
first
crazy.
free throw.
One of our boys has somebody connected. He's trying to pull up on J. Cole right now. J. Cole's doing that.
Oh my God, bro! Hey, if he comes here to Michigan, bro, I don't even know wherever I'm at, bro. I'm
I'm pulling up.
I'm taking off, bro.
I'm pulling up. J. Cole, pull up to Woodward Sports.
Pull
Kick with
up.
your boys. Hey, Javonte Green with the free throw. Pistons up 11. Pistons up 11. Javonte Green having a good game, man.
You'll take that. Like, Chris, you'll take that for a Vetman salary.
Absolutely.
Like 7 points and 3 rebounds a game, especially what he brings you in, energy and defense. You'll take that.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to think that he was on so many other teams that let him go and let him walk out the door. Because it just seems like he's a player that when you are a winning basketball team, you need players like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Toe Smith got caught in the air off the pump fake. He will send Toronto Raptors to the line. Man, what a game so far. What a game, what a game, what a game. Chat, let me know how you're feeling about this game. Ask us any questions about the season, where you're at so far.
Still on Sasser minutes.
Yep. John Moak. Shout out to John Moak.
You might be getting him.
Spamming.
You might be getting him if the game keeps up how it's going.
The Pistons should give Kevin Huerter his release during the All-Star break. He can't defend or score. Jeez, man.
Who
Guys,
knows? He
early.
might come back at the
It's so early, man. What
after
are we
the
doing?
All-Star break. He might have it going. Who knows?
Yeah. And if he doesn't, who cares? He's off the bench.
Duncan for 3.
Shout out Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson getting it going. Pistons up 13. Sizable lead. Jakob Pertl just throws it away. Miscommunication on the DHO there. Pistons get the ball right back. Cade with the ball and a 13-point lead for the Pistons. Cade throws it to the corner. Green couldn't get the bounce, but nice offensive rebound. And there we go. Pistons drawing a foul. That's why you just hustle, man, because when you hustle, good shit like that happens. You get a foul call, you get this, you get that.
Tolu Smith not giving up, going after the ball.
Let's see. Shout out to the Just checking to see if I've heard anything from Kool-Aid yet. Nothing yet. So early, this bum has been playing all year. But he hasn't been with the Pistons, man. Look, Pistons are different than Chicago Bulls. Do we agree? Can we agree on that? All right. Let's reset the clock on Kevin Huerter. That's all I'm saying.
But Chris, like, it doesn't matter though. Like, it's not someone that the Pistons plan to have, long term in the future.
Who cares? Kevin Jeffrey might be your burner in here. Who cares? Apparently, the trade deadline doesn't matter. Why even participate in future trade deadlines? I'm just saying in terms of that trade. In terms of that trade, man, look, Ivy was not going to be in your playoff rotation. Ivy was not going to be signed to your $30 million cap hold in the offseason. Neither of those two things were happening. So you traded him away.
And Chris,
you got a flyer on a shooter, and you got a better draft pick.
Exactly, and that.
I don't understand what's the harm in that.
That
I think people
in itself,
just are too
Chris,
obsessed with his value. I think they overvalue him.
Yeah,
clearly there was no value for him. Look at what the trade got.
There wasn't, and we've been told that there wasn't any value for Jaden Ivey. Like, there was players who are better than Jaden Ivey that just got released.
Point to me the team. Point to me the team that really wants Jaden Ivey outside of Chicago. You're going to bring up Brooklyn? They just drafted 5 guards. They have no interest in
They released Cam Thomas.
New Orleans Pelicans, they think they're a playoff team. They're not looking for Jaden Ivey, apparently. That's their words. I don't think I agree with that.
But Chris, we got the better draft pick in the draft that you would love to have a better draft pick. Like, it doesn't matter, wherever we pick at, we get the best of the pick between us and Minnesota. So if that pick turns out to be somewhere in the early 20s, like, that's a huge W for the Pistons because this draft class is loaded with talent. Like, this is going to be one of the most loaded draft classes in NBA history.
Yeah.
Like, this is the draft that you want that.
Absolutely, man. And look, shout out Mark Royal in the chat. I love this. Keep it coming. He says that I just lost it. 1 second here. He said, you don't forget how to shoot because you go to a different team. You do get better looks based on the team you're at. Ask Malik Beasley what he shot last year versus what he shot the year before that. Like, ask Tim Hardaway what one of his best seasons was. Ask Duncan Robinson what his best season is. Like, the Pistons have
This is a career year for Duncan Robinson.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The Pistons have put together a resume that shows you that this team can produce with good shooters. They can get the most out of them.
Chris, it's clear playing alongside Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
That is where shooters can be
Exactly.
at their most dangerous, like, spike in their career, because we've seen Malik Beasley do that. We've seen Tim Hardaway revive his career here in Detroit. He didn't look as good as he looked in Detroit for that Mavs team.
Yeah.
Playing alongside Luka Doncic. So, like, we have to give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
And I don't think the Pistons foreseen anything going on with Malik Beasley, but what did? They immediately pivoted and went and got Duncan Robinson, who is now one of the best shooters in the NBA, percentage-wise.
Absolutely. 100%. I'm just making sure of something real quick. Boom. To our live.
Thomas Roro in the chat. Ivy is -21 from the locker room.
Look, man, Ivy.
He lived in the minus.
Look, and part of the reason too that Ivy got the low trade return he got is because of the injuries and such. So, like, some of it was out of Detroit's control, and that was just a situation. And if you say Trajan, you should trade him a year ago or whatever. He was playing good a year ago for his team. He looked like maybe he could be something. Then he had multiple injuries. I repeat, multiple injuries, 2 serious injuries back to back, and didn't give his body the proper time to heal. That's not Jaden Ivey's fault. That's not Detroit's fault. That's just the situation. That lowered his value. Going into a contract year, he was unable to find a rhythm, and that's where he's at. He could be a good player in a couple years, but right now, that's what his market value was. And I'm not mad at it because he wasn't going to be in your playoff rotation. He wasn't going to play over Dennis Jenkins. He wasn't going to play over Javonte Green. He wasn't going to play over Isaiah Stewart.
The biggest one is, Chris, you weren't re-signing him.
Exactly.
You were not bringing him back.
So you took a shot on somebody who had some good shooting years in the past, wasn't having one right now, and is an expiring contract, by the way. So all that money is just more money, more flexibility you have this summer to make that big move. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, oh well. They clearly didn't go all in at this trade deadline. I would have liked them to. They didn't. So where you're at with it is just that. They didn't make a big move. So I don't like the who cares about trade deadline talk. No. I was saying they should make a big move. But they didn't make a big move. I'm judging the move off of what they did. Not comparing it to the Anthony Davis trade, not comparing it to this, that. It was a small move. That was a move to get more help and potentially something this year and in the future for Jaden Ivey. They achieved that, and we'll see where it goes from there. But if this team doesn't make a trade by next trade deadline, like a big move, then yes, you have every right to be upset. You have every right to be disappointed. You have every right to question Trajan Langdon and his approach. But right now, this Piston team is in such a good position. And like Trajan says, it seems like he just doesn't know what this team is yet. We see a team that's number one in the East. He sees a team that's playing well in the regular season, played pretty shaky in the playoffs last year, and is basically the same. So for him, I can see why he came to the conclusion he came with. I disagree with it, but I can see why he came to the conclusion he came to. Let's see what the chat's saying. I'm going to pull it up on this one here so I can be Chris, a little bit more engaged.
Another thing is, though, the Pistons still have room for development. Asar Thompson still has room to develop his offensive game. If he can somehow improve his free throw to like a 65% free throw, like he's going to be more aggressive in attacking the basket because he now thinks he has, a better chance to make free throws.
Absolutely.
So that's going to make him better. You still have Ron Holland, who can still develop. You still have Chaz Lanier. You still have Dennis Jenkins. All these players are still developing in their career. So it's not like, these players are going to be here for years to come. So why not, kind of see what you can get out of these guys and see where they, they still hold in the future while not, blowing it all up and not knowing what you will get this year.
Yeah, and Dark Cash says in the chat, Dan Campbell said we'll be fine. Brad did too. Football is way different than basketball.
Yeah, it is.
Way, way different than basketball. In football, your title window, if you make a good move, is like 2 to 3 years tops, and then you got to make major moves to keep it open or tear back down, build back up, all of that. Yep. Like a Super Bowl is just a totally different animal than
football.
The NBA
you go
playoffs.
All in to win one time.
To win one time.
And that's it.
The NBA, you do make moves to put yourself in the best position. And historically, there is a climb. Last year, OKC was an amazing team. And they almost lost in the finals. The year before that, they were an amazing team. They lost to the Dallas Mavericks. There was a climb.
Chris,
there was a climb for them.
Before
they were
playing.
They were second round elimination. Then they became NBA champions. There was a climb for them. And that was looked at as a fast climb.
And did they not make a trade after realizing, hey, our team is missing something on that
when
playoff
they lost
when
that
they got
second round to
eliminated?
Dallas?
Did they not trade Josh Giddey and go get Alex Caruso?
Yep. And then what else did they do? They also signed Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yep. And they won a championship. So it's like, obviously Trajan still wants to see a step from this team before he's willing to mortgage the future and completely go all in.
The eye test shows they are, though. Dark Cash, look, I want to believe you with everything you're saying. I want to believe you with everything I got in my heart. But the truth is that you are lying to yourself if you don't think that the playoffs and the regular season are two totally different animals in terms of basketball. When these teams, Cade Cunningham is great. when they have weeks upon weeks to tinker with game plans, to adjust, to focus in on Cade Cunningham, you don't think that he's going to be slightly less efficient? You don't think that his degree of difficulty is going to be just a little bit harder in terms of having to execute? Like, I look at this team, and yeah, it's going to be that way for all teams. That's what the playoffs are. The playoffs are about adjustments, versatility, and high-level performance. And the Pistons right now, on a regular season day, a deep team that knows their responsibilities, plays to their responsibilities. It's like they follow a script every game. It's like they're like, all right, we need this, this, and this, and we win. And they do that, and they win. In the playoffs, anything goes. One play completely changes the possession or the dynamics of the game, everything. So, well, I want to believe you're right because we are the number one team in the East, and you did lose Tatum. You did lose Halliburton. The East does look wide open, but this team lost in the first round last year. It didn't make any major moves. So to expect major progress is possible. Is it probable? Look, if you had to ask me right now, Pistons or the field making out of the East, I would take the field just because I don't think that there's a team that's quote-unquote better than the Pistons pound for pound. But I do think there are teams that can absolutely beat them, like Boston, like Cleveland. I think those two teams can absolutely have a good to fair chance at winning the Eastern Conference, especially against the Pistons. But I look at what you're saying, and I think that I think that, you know, we don't know the answers. We really don't. And if they look great in the playoffs, if they reach the conference finals and they look great and they look like they had a real shot and they lose because they don't have enough scoring around Cade Cunningham, then you are right to victory lap. But I also don't know what the trade was because we don't know really what Michael Porter wanted or would have cost. We don't know what Trey Murphy would have cost. We heard rumors. We heard a whole bunch of different prices. But we don't know what he actually cost or if they were actually available. Were those moves actually available? Was Jaren Jackson going to get you to the NBA Finals this year? Possibly. Possibly. But was that a move that you're 100% confident will bring you a championship in the next 4 years?
And look what that would have done for you in terms of moving forward with the amount of cap space that you don't have. You having a player like Triple J on your team who makes that much money.
Yeah.
And you have to sign Jalen Duren, who's probably going to be somewhere around $32 to $35 million a year in terms of contract. Like, could you truly go out there and give up 3 first-round picks? Especially not knowing if that would even work chemistry-wise. There's a lot of things that you don't know. So that's why I can understand why Trajan didn't want to do that.
Absolutely. And I ain't say that with the Super Chat shout-out. Would you two Gallant boys say these next 7 games? I don't know what that means, actually. What does Gallant boys mean? I have to look that up. But
Gallant.
Would you say these next 7 games are about improving the chemistry between stars and the bench, which is helpful during the playoffs? For sure. I mean, that's the way you can look at it, but I don't think this 7-game stretch is anything more than winning and losing games because we've seen this team, you know, change their lineup due to injuries, rest players, have injuries, all of this stuff throughout the season and win games. And win multiple games in a row. So I don't think the team chemistry has to improve. I don't think that they have to like kind of find themselves or their identity. I think, again, they have a script and they're following that script every game and it's been working for them no matter who's in the lineup. And so I think that this 7 games is simply about winning as many as you can because you have a real shot at keeping that 1 seed all throughout the NBA, which would mean that in the NBA Finals, in the event of a Game 7, if you are there, the road would have to go through Detroit. And if I'm the Pistons, if I'm this young team that's never been there, that doesn't have a proven track record, that is very appealing to me. That is very, very appealing to me. And that is what I'm hoping for if I'm the Pistons. So I would say that typically you're right. For a lot of teams, I just think Detroit is the exception. I think that's part of the reason why they are so damn good. is because they do have that team chemistry and they do know their responsibilities in lineups better. I think JB tinkers with lineups just for fun. I mean, again, we're not going to see more than like 9 to maybe at max 10 guys in the playoffs. We're not. So for the Pistons, he's just kind of giving players minutes. He said this in multiple interviews. He's giving players minutes because these players are working hard and he feels they've earned it. Like, he's kind of just giving them out minutes like candy at this point.
Chris.
Shout out to I say that.
This whole team, like chemistry-wise, like this is one of the closest, tight-knit, teams that you can truly have. Like, you look at, like, you see the post of, them with, Isaiah Stewart singing his song, and it's like these dudes truly do hang out with each other off the court when, when it's not basketball related. Like, the whole team, the coaches, the owner, they do that. So it's like this team already has the chemistry, so it's really just about seeing what you can get out of players who don't normally play that many minutes. Like, B-Ball Paul is going to be getting more minutes. Like, to make sure that he can, kind of feel confident going into the playoffs as well. But it's also, what this is, Chris? These next 7 games, this is truly a chance for Isaiah Stewart to truly get a lot of rest.
Absolutely.
This is going to be 3 weeks where he doesn't have to play in an NBA game. Like, we see him, he's icing his knees after he comes out of every single time he goes to the bench. He has his knees iced up, wrapped up. Like, he was fighting with his knees wrapped up with ice. Like,
that's true.
It truly gives him a chance to really, truly recharge and, kind of get healthy as, they kind of enter that final playoff push when he comes back.
Absolutely. And shout out John Locke in the chat here. He says, JB's giving minutes to everybody but Sasser and Lanier. Shout out. I gotta look up Gallon, too, by the way.
Oh, it means, I was going to cut you off, but I didn't want to. It says, refers to someone brave, noble, and high-spirited, or
Shout
a man
out.
who is chivalrous.
Shout out. I feel like I fit at least 2 or 3 of those. Move Paul to starting PF.
No.
Nah, man. Look, man,
No,
the B-ball Paul
They
experience
love Unk.
They love Unk, but also, man, the B-ball Paul experience, man, is you just appreciate him because you can't count on him.
You know what? It's truly beautiful when you get the B-ball Paul experience.
Yeah.
When it just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
When
That's what it is.
When it's not an everyday thing, it just
not
comes
think
out of
about
nowhere.
it. You have to not think about it happen, because if you put the spotlight on B-ball Paul, you say, all right, we need you. Like, you're our guy now. It's not going to look like what it looks like when he just pops off the bench and he just randomly has this game. Not saying he can't perform under pressure or anything like that. It's just that's typically how this player goes, man. Damn. Swatted into the ether. All these armchair GMs just want to trade all the future assets for a player who might not even help us win a chip. Much like Brad Holmes says, you got to aim for long-term success. I disagree, Jesse Woodward.
It's not
Football's
about
different,
that, though. Exactly.
Football is different.
Football, literally making one move for that player that season can truly win you a Super Bowl. Like, we've seen multiple teams go out there and get one guy, one player, one position that they truly felt they missed, and they go out to win a Super Bowl. Like, that's what happens. Like, it's in basketball, you really actually do want continued success, because in basketball you want to try to build a dynasty, because it's truly, you have one, usually in basketball it's one player who you can have as, kind of like your superstar. In some cases some teams have 2, but you look at what the Warriors did. They had one superstar, they built around him, and they ended up getting it to a point where they won championships that attracted another superstar to go there, and they won more championships. Like, from a basketball standpoint, you want to kind of make yourselves a dynasty to the point where, like, you can always have that one piece, but you have most of your team intact. So you could be one piece away, and that could be, a free agent that comes in and is willing to take a little bit less money, or, it's a big ticket free agent that you come in and you sign, and, it kind of puts you way over the top. But you want to have continued success for years. That's what the Pistons, that was their downfall. They didn't have it built where they were going to have continued success, and they went on a run where they were the worst team in the league.
They did have continued success for a while during that going to work Pistons.
But after that,
no. But
it took them 20 years to get back.
Yeah.
We don't want that again.
Building around the wrong things.
You don't want that again.
Yeah, you don't. And the NBA is
They tried to build around Josh Smith.
Because as long as you have Cade Cunningham, you are a contender.
Exactly.
And Cade Cunningham is under contract for 4 more years after this.
And you're going
at the very
to sign him again.
And you're going to sign him again. So,
and you're gonna sign Duren again.
You have a very bright future. Yep.
These guys are young.
Yeah, you have a very bright future. And what I was going to say, Jeff, is that, everybody said Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. Well, that's why football is different. Because even with the quote-unquote GOAT, they missed the playoffs, brother. They missed the fucking playoffs. Football is way different than basketball. There's way more variables. And
it's 7 games.
And in the NBA, too, it's always a long rise to the title. Because in the NBA, unlike the NFL, the best team truly wins every year. Because you know how? It's a 7-game series. It's not one game. One game, shit happens all the fucking time. Look at the Washington game that everybody's in the chat crying about a couple days ago. That's one game. Does that let the Pistons know who they are? Did the Pistons get fraud checked by the Washington Wizards? No. It's different, man. Basketball is a totally different animal than football when it comes to championships. So Brad Holmes, wanting to build long-term success is cool, but he didn't do anything that made you that allowed you to be laid back. You didn't do anything that allowed you to be laid back. You have to still be aggressive. Look at the Eagles. Look at the Rams. Look at all the teams that have had consistent years of success in football. It's because they made drastic changes. Drastic changes. So it's just different. It's just different. But Pistons are up 64-52 as we wind down the second. 24 seconds left. Cade will have the second to last shot. Toronto looks like they will have the last shot. Cade dribbles into a 3. Let's go.
Oh, he's
all one.
He truly is feeling it.
But what's crazy is I feel like he's not even trying to impose. 22, though. Nice little 22 and a half.
Paul Reed with the 18.
If I told you Cade Cunningham and Paul Reed combined for 40 points in the half, how many points do you think Paul Reed had? 6?
4. At max 6. It's like you just don't expect it. But hey, Chris, tonight everyone is. I tell you what, tonight, Chris, the Toronto Raptors are truly learning what it is to speak b-ball Paul.
Yeah, like I said, there's going to be a few teams that got a chance to be fluent in b-ball Paul. Can you explain to me why Ivy is a minus 23 right now? They are arguing in the chat. I disagree. Football is built in free agency, buddy. Yes,
No.
but yes, but at the end of the day, how's that different than anything I said?
But football's not just built in free agency, though. Because
no sport is built in just one way. That's why you have trades, you have free agency,
exactly.
you have drafts.
That's why you have the
you
draft.
have all that. You have all that. This Lions team was built off the draft. They weren't built off free agency. I don't get your point there.
The Rams, when the Rams won their championship, they were built off.
Shout out Jesse Woodward.
They were built off drafted players that they had, and and trades. That's how they got their players. Other than I think they signed. Who was it? I can't remember who they signed. But other than that, they had Aaron Donald. They drafted Aaron Donald. Like they had Cooper Kupp. They drafted Cooper Kupp. They traded for Jalen Ramsey. They traded for Matthew Stafford. Like, those were the players that kind of put them over the top and led them to a Super Bowl.
If I told you that Kevin Durant, Sam Merrill, one person had 26 points at the half, the other person had 2, who would you think?
Kevin Durant?
Yeah. It's crazy. What a crazy day in the NBA. If Cade keeps this up, he could threaten 50. I think if Cade keeps scoring at this volume, I don't think he'll play much longer.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a little Wemby situation. Not quite as efficient or as dominant, but I think you'll see that. Yo, what up, though, Alex? Let's go Pistons. Shout out. Charles says, you must not watch the Pistons games. B-Ball Paul does this every time he plays. Don't know if you're talking to me, but
we've said that.
I'm fluent in B-Ball Paul.
We've said that. Every time his number is called, B-Ball Paul
Cup
shows
was
up.
signed in free agency? Question mark. Is that why they won the Super Bowl?
The Seahawks?
Yeah.
The Seahawks signed Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, but is that why they won the Super Bowl? Like that move right there?
But the Rams drafted Cooper Kupp. Correct?
Yeah. I just don't get it. Shout out Alex. He said shout out
to
Chris
you.
and
Shout
Jeff.
out to you, Alex.
Shout out Chris and Hefe.
Chat, who do you think is going to be the biggest player in the second half for the Pistons tonight? You think it's going to be Cade? You think it's going to be some more of that B-Ball Paul language? What do you think?
I feel like Duncan's going to turn up. Duncan's had a couple quiet games, at least from the 3-point.
Yeah.
I think
He got it done.
Turn up.
He got it done from
He got it done from inside
from
the arc.
inside the arc.
That was crazy.
Something you'd never think to expect. Where Duncan Robinson has, I think it was 15 points, and they were all by twos.
Michigan in
And
a
a free throw.
dogfight with Northwestern. Weird. Is it? F Michigan. Ja Moke says Cade. Charles says Paul Reed. Basic answer. No, I'm kidding. No, I think I think that one of those two will go crazy in the second half. I think one of them will cool off. Or possibly even both of them. Because like I said, if the Pistons come out this third quarter and they execute early, you're gonna see the Cade man start to peel back. You're gonna see the B-Ball Paul, because believe it or not, he's your starting center now. So you gotta
play him.
too.
You don't have a choice.
You gotta rest him though if you got to lead. We might see some Tulu Smith second half action. Some high level Tulu Smith second action.
Say a lot of minutes.
Asar. He said Alex said my man Cade Cunningham, but also Asar. Yeah, Asar is who I like to see.
It would be
have
in a different
second.
way though. Asar obviously would just not obviously the
Asar
scoring
just
threat.
goes 4 or 5 from 3 like Cade. He absolutely turns it up.
Chris, that would be if Asar goes 4 for 5 in a
Careful now.
game
Be
from
respectful.
3.
Be respectful.
I'm being respectful, but that's just not his bag. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not his bag. I've never even seen him attempt 5 threes in a game.
I wonder if he actually has. I feel like he has.
I feel like he hasn't attempted 5 threes in a game before.
You might be right. You might be right.
I'm telling you, I don't think that he's ever attempted 5 threes in one game.
F-U. No, I'm playing. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. Oh, yeah. We got to be spamming that. Come on, chat. 30 likes? How many people we got in here? We got 98 in here? Come on.
You got to show the boy some love.
Yeah, come on. What are we at? 35 likes? That's it? Come on,
35
man. I thought you
likes
guys liked
on a
us.
Wednesday afternoon. Cade has 22 points. B-Ball Paul has 18. What the heck?
Cade and B-Ball Paul got more points than we got likes. Come on, chat. Do your thing. Do your thing. We should have at least double that. At least double that. Come on, chat. Seriously, the like button does support us a big deal, more than you ever know. So we appreciate everyone that is able to do that. Damn, water looks good. I need to get in our water at some point. The day Asar goes 4 or 5 from 3, I'm gonna go outside. Oh no, you don't got to.
I'm already up.
Oh, thank you. I was just saying it to myself. Appreciate you, dog. The day Asar goes 4 of 5 from 3, I'm going to go outside because it means pigs are flying. I think that means you stay inside to be safe. I got you, John Moke. I know you're talking about for 3. Mark Royal, I see you and KJ been battling back and forth in the chat about Ivy versus Herter. Look, man, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Ivy wasn't the value that we thought he was or that he was a long time ago. He's just not at this point in time, unfortunately. And it's for reasons that aren't the Pistons' fault or Ivy's fault. They're just nature. They're just the injuries that happened limited his play in what happened to be his contract year. I think if this wasn't his contract year, if this was year 3 instead of year 4, I think he'd still be on this team. I think you'd just say, you know what? Got to give this guy a chance to fully heal in the summer. But ultimately, the Pistons weren't at that opportunity, and they got an opportunity to get a better draft pick, take a flyer on a guy who has had previously good shooting seasons, is not shooting the ball well now. But again, the Pistons have a good history of giving shooters some of their best years. I don't care about Ivy. Chat, how you feeling about the Pistons in this game? And all right, so let's say the Pistons, the standings hold right now, and the Pistons play Charlotte, and then they play Toronto in the second round. How do you feel about Toronto? Fans, you think we're 4-0 sweeping them? You think they get a game? Think they make it competitive, get 2, maybe 3 games. Let me know. I want to see. Because right now, I'm sorry, I have no fear for this Toronto Raptors team. I just don't think they match up well against us. I don't think anything that they do strong is like a weakness of the Pistons. And I think a lot of what they do, in fact, is a light version of what the Pistons do. They got talent, but Sideless says 4-0. KJ says exactly. Exactly. They weren't going to re-sign Ivy. You just made a move. You just made a move and you hoped it worked. But come on, guys. We don't got to keep talking about Jaden Ivey. It's gone. It's done. Nothing we say will change the fact that Jaden Ivey is in Chicago now and that Kevin Huerter is here for this season and this season alone. That's all that is. Kevin Huerter is an expiring deal. If this guy sucks, sit him at the end of the bench. Who cares? Call up Chaz Lanier. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Can we get 100 likes for the Pistons win? We should be getting 100 likes. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, chat. They think we got fleeced for getting Herter when Ivy has literally no value.
It's not a fleece.
No.
You got a better first-round pick out of it.
Won.
You get to move up like 6 slots in the NBA draft.
Like, this is not a trade that people are going to look back on years from now. You guys will, because you guys are diehard Detroit sports fans like us, and we appreciate you for rocking with us. Again, like the stream. But
we shouldn't even be talking about this trade until draft time.
We shouldn't be talking about this trade ever.
But draft time is where
fair,
okay, you get to move up like 6 slots.
Fair. If we get a guy, then a lot of people have to eat crow. And I guarantee, guess what's going to happen? June's going to roll around. We're going to draft somebody, and people are going to really like him. It's going to happen.
So it's going to happen. Look, you guys like Chaz Lanier. He was in the second round.
That's true. Again, if Kevin Huerter sucks, who cares? Bench him. Give Chaz minutes.
Exactly.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
We get what we wanted all along.
Yeah. I'd rather see Sasser over Huerter. Huerter's size theoretical shooting. I'll say that since he hasn't had a good season. Shooting, defense, veteranness. I think that's why he gets the minutes over Sasser. Is again what makes Duncan a good defender is because he's got size for his position. It kind of makes up for his lack of athleticism. Excuse me.
We've seen Duncan have a block today, and it led to
sideless. Detroit fans always overvalue their drafted guys. I think every fan base does that, so I don't think we need to necessarily say Detroit, but you're right. You're right. A lot of people in the chat overvalue draft picks. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you guys told me that the 25th and the 25th and the 30th pick were not worth Michael Porter Jr. I disagree with that. I don't think that those two draft picks combined equal Michael Porter Jr. or even close. I would love to be wrong by that, by the way. I would love for the Pistons to draft somebody as good as Michael Porter at that spot. Is Kool-Aid in Toronto? He is not in Toronto. He is at All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, we do appreciate the super chat, though.
Where is the
that is
where is All-Star Weekend again? I'm blanking on
in,
it. Shout out, I ain't say that for the super chat, by the way. Let me see. NBA.
It's in Las Vegas? No.
Yeah, I think so.
It's in Vegas.
No. Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Same
Los
thing.
Angeles, California. Man, I knew where somewhere was.
Same thing.
Aaron says, I agree with you, Chris. MPJ was a no-brainer if the asking price was 2 firsts. Now, if it's 3 firsts, I get you. Now you're kind of dipping into some future funds that you might not. But if you're trading 2 firsts for a guy that's going to be here for 2 years, like, you're going to replenish those picks by the time he's gone. Or at least one of them. At least one of them. Maybe you do like a this year and then like a 2 years later pick or whatever.
But Chris, at the same time, it's a two-way thing. Number one, he has to have been shopped. Now, was I sure there was teams calling about Michael Porter Jr.? Yes. But were the Nets actually looking to really get rid of him?
No,
we don't know that, and we didn't hear anything that said they were, actively looking to get rid of him.
No.
Like, they could very well be waiting until the offseason where they can get more for him, because then you got more picks.
Absolutely.
So it's like, and it's the same thing with like Trey Murphy. Like,
they also believe
the Pelicans didn't. They obviously were not shopping him because they give out kind of what it would take to get him, but they weren't exactly saying, hey, like, we're looking to get rid of this guy. Like, we want to get rid of him.
John Moak, I would love to hear your case for Jenkins over Sasser. Sasser over Jenkins, excuse me. I think Jenkins is a better player. I think
Jenkins is the better playmaker. He is the better defender.
Mm-hmm.
He's the better creator. Sasser's the better shooter.
Yeah. And I get the need for shooting, but I think that what Jenkins has shown you is poise in high-pressure moments. And I think what he shows you is shades of Dennis Schroeder, and what you saw last year was having a Dennis Schroeder type, a combo guard, a combo slashing guard next to Cade Cunningham is a very helpful tool. One that can make the pass and also shoot or just score. And I think that's what really, really helps unlock Cade. And Sasser just doesn't do that, in my opinion. Sasser doesn't do that, in my opinion. The playmaking part of it. We know he could shoot the lights out, but again, it was kind of like Ivy. How if Ivy hit his threes, you'd call it a good game. If he didn't, you weren't calling it a good game. That's what Sasser is. Sasser is really reliant on one thing, whereas Jenkins can be useful multiple ways. That's why I think he gets in. Jenkins took Ivy and Sasser's job. He absolutely did. Shout out Jenkins for beating out 2 first-rounders.
That's what happens when you play well.
What a dog. Okay, let's go. Pistons up 15 as we start the second half here. Man, I want to see K go full attack mode. He don't ever go for it. I don't ever see him go for it. Right before All-Star.
Chris.
Another 3.
It's the 3 that is doing it for Cade today.
He is 6 of 8 from 3. Holy shit. This is his best 3-point shooting game.
Chat, tell me if you've seen that coming.
Yeah.
Tell me if you've seen that coming. If you've seen that coming, tell me.
Did B-Ball Paul unlock Cade Cunningham?
He unlocked the 3-ball, Cade, for sure.
Cade.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, Cade. I see what you want.
Okay.
Step back, midi. Let's fucking go.
He's in his bag. He's in his bag.
Unlocked it.
That boy
27 points.
You know what? He's not going back to Detroit after this. He's not going back home. He's going right to LA. That's how deep his bag is. He got clothes for days.
Fact.
He got clothes for a week. He brought 2 suitcases.
Man, give Cade the rock, bro. Tobias, don't. Come on.
Oh wait, Tobias. Oh.
Come on, Tobias.
Dang.
Come on.
Could have seen a heat check from Cade.
I needed that heat check. Love to see Cade shooting like this. Guys, I just love this team.
We do just look. We're
Lions,
right there
Pistons,
with
Tigers,
you.
Wolverines.
We are
you
right
had
there
me
with
until the
you.
end there, buddy. You had me until the end there with that username.
Not the Wolverines.
Everything else, though, shout out. Yeah, no wings love? Come on, give the wings love. I tried to tell y'all about Cade. Shake my head, let Cade cook. Shout out Spenmo Chins.
Duncan getting it from inside the arc lately.
This is Duncan's best season. If this was, what year was it? 2015, he'd be an all-star just like Kyle Korver. Bum-ass Eastern Conference. That was crazy, though. Because honestly, usually a 1 seed, especially a 1 seed that's winning this much, usually they do get more than 2 all-stars. But you can't make a case for another all-star.
B-Ball Paul with the hook.
Shout out Chris. Cheers. Cheers. I wish I was drinking. Saving it for the weekend. Which is almost here.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. Was Paul Reed this good? He's always been this good, bro. No. he has these games.
Listen,
you don't know when they're coming.
Exactly.
You don't know why they're happening. They're just going to happen.
Just sit back. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the B-Ball Paul show.
Better shooter, I believe, as well. Also, if Sasser's given minutes, I believe he could develop into a playmaker, but he's never been on the court.
He's never been asked to be a playmaker at any point in his career.
I think he definitely was asked to. I think that's why he's not getting the minutes that he
but not to that aspect.
Because I think he's a quality NBA player. I do.
He is.
I think he's a quality NBA player.
If the Pistons didn't value him, then he wouldn't be on the Pistons team.
Yep, he'd be gone like Ivy. He'd be valued like LeVert. But no, I think that
he said like LeVert.
I think that this Pistons team, man, when it comes down to the Sasser thing, is that I think he's had opportunities for a couple years now to carve out a role, and he just hasn't been able to because he hasn't been able to show that playmaking role. Now, if you want to argue that he hasn't gotten the reps to, I'll hear that because he really hasn't gotten like consistent minutes, but that's not our team right now. Our team is competing to win games, win every game. Our team is competing to have a better record than the Oklahoma City Thunder. If I told you at the beginning of the year the Pistons were going to have a chance to have a better record than OKC.
Fighting with the OKC right now as we speak. The team that was
supposed to go 87-4 in an 82 regular season game. The Oklahoma City Thunder. You would call me crazy. It was so crazy, dude. All the predictions for that team. You think they were predicted to break the record. They were predicted to get like 76
but
wins.
Chris, even like if you were to tell me that the Pistons would have been the number 1 seed in the East, like I would have thought you were crazy. I didn't expect a number 1 seed in the East. Like I didn't expect it.
Me neither, but I'm happy we're here, brother.
Absolutely happy we're here.
Shout out Kada doing work. People tried to bury Kada. Got him on my fantasy team. They tried to bury Kada.
Cade with 27, 7, and 7, Chris.
Could have been 8. Could have been 8 there, but shout out to Cade.
Paul Reed, 22, 3, and 2.
That's crazy, the little rebounds he's got.
Paul Reed has missed one shot. One shot today.
Damn. This one is shooting well from 3 today.
It's truly just the Cade Cunningham and B-Ball Paul show.
It really is.
Like the bench, you're not really getting anything from your bench in terms of scoring.
Yeah.
And you only have one other starter that is over the double-digit mark, which is Duncan
10
Robinson.
For 11. Shout out. Why is Tobias taking fall-away threes? It's Toronto.
We're up. We're up big.
Yeah, we're up big.
We can
Best
afford it.
records this season. So the Spurs would have to win 3 of their next 4. The Celtics would have to win their next 6 before losing. And the Rockets would have to win their next 7 to qualify for that. Those are the only teams in the NBA. Pistons, if they win tonight, they qualify for that. And the Thunder have already qualified for it. They're 41-13. The Pistons are 39-13. Tied. 40 wins before 20 losses, Greg Popovich. Shout out Greg Popovich. Somebody I absolutely hated but grew to respect.
Oh, you gotta have.
So long, Beth.
You gotta have respect for.
I'll see you later then.
You gotta have respect. You gotta have respect for Greg Popovich. Legendary coach.
Absolutely.
Glad to see him healthy.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to him. Make Paul the 4. Guys, let's not overreact. This is one game. Stu and Duran are really good basketball players.
Listen,
I promise.
Listen.
I promise.
When we tell you, you just got to sit back and just enjoy the
enjoy
show.
it. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy the show.
Just enjoy it, man.
Sometimes you ain't got to commentate. You know, it's like watching a movie and you got that one person who won't stop talking during the movie. It's like, just sit back, enjoy the B-Ball Paul show. He's taking you through the full experience right now. Right now, the movie is called B-Ball Paul Teaching the Raptors How to Speak His Language.
It is.
Sar trying to get saucy.
Oh, Cade is too. Yeah, I knew he was feeling that one. Oh, my God. It was online, too.
If he'd have made that,
Cade
we'd have fell out the seat.
Now, that was like a shout out, B-Ball Paul. Cade. Hey.
They call a foul there.
Got to.
Yep, they did.
Got to. He's an all-star. He's an MVP candidate. What are we doing? Got to get a foul.
Chris,
He missed it.
He's you know, I heard
Every time he misses a shot, it's a foul.
You know, Chris, I heard today from Stephen A. It's SGA and Jaylen Brown for MVP. So we're just gonna look over the fact that Cade Cunningham is not only leading the league in assists, but he's also averaging 26 points and 6 rebounds. On top of that, he has the number 1 team in the East and the number 2 team in the NBA overall in standings. And we're just gonna glance right over the fact that he's playing at this level and he has this team to this level.
Shout out Aaron. He said, Aaron's in the chat said, for real, max contract for Paul Reed. I've seen enough. I'm with you. But no, to your point, yeah, that's why Cade isn't winning the MVP. I know you got your money on it.
Listen, we can't let this disrespect. It's not even about the money. I can't let this disrespect happen.
I feel you.
All right, Cade Cunningham's name deserves to be amongst the top of the MVP conversation because he's played that well. And you know what? Tonight he's putting a stamp on that before the All-Star game.
Absolutely. I think he's really trying to make a real case, and he has a real case. It's just that these media people, man, they got their people they like. They play their hits.
I got the player I like.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna die on that hill for Cade Cunningham.
Forever. No, I feel you. I mean, look, there is no logical reason why Cade Cunningham should not be a top 3 MVP candidate. Why he probably shouldn't be a top 2.
Especially with
Jokic, injuries.
Especially with Jokic being out of it because of
and SGA's hurt right now too.
You know, the games that he's missed. It's like, come on.
SGA's missed games too.
Yeah, but it's like SGA is obviously not to the point where he can't receive the rewards, but
No, I know.
it's like, so we're just gonna give credit to Jaylen Brown for, like, his team is below. His team is third place in the East right now. Like, he's below Cade in the standings.
Exactly.
And Cade is also, and we don't give Cade enough credit for this, but when you look at all the defensive metrics, you look at all the defensive stats, Cade is amongst the top in terms of when he's guarding, whoever the player is, their shot percentage goes down. Mm-hmm. Like he has the stocks, the steals, the blocks in a game. Like he's like he could very well be making an all defensive team. Like with how he's played defensively this year, he is truly a two-way superstar. And we don't talk about his defensive enough.
He absolutely is. You're 100% right. I've just been around this game long enough, man. You have to have one MVP season before they consider you for another. Ain't that crazy? They did it to Harden. They've done it to every MVP. Every MVP. They had a year that was better than the year they won MVP.
Well, last year he was 5. So, technically, this year he is better.
Look, I hope you're right. My God, Cade misses a lot of free throws. Come on. He's shooting fine from the free throw line.
Come on, bro. Don't nitpick. All right, don't nitpick. This guy's giving you a masterclass right now.
I know. Let this guy get his 50. I do want to see Cade get a 50 burger, man. I really do. But they're up 15.
He has 28 points, and he's 9 of 13 from the floor, 6 of 8 from three-point range. Like, pump the brakes.
Yeah. I would like to see this man gun for 50. That's just not in his nature. He's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to get 28 to 30, whether it's 20 shots or 15 shots. Shot out. Duncan Robinson brings the ball up for Cade. Huh. It's not normally his bag.
Hey, you know what? He's getting me right now, Chris, because one of those goes in.
I know.
One of those goes in, man.
I'm at the point now where I want to see him hit.
It's gonna be crazy.
I want to see him hit each one. Man, what a night in the NBA. Damn.
Tobias is going to be heading to the line. Tobias's post work for this Pistons team is desperately needed. He's someone that can truly be a threat from the the high post or right outside of there. His post work as a isolation scorer in that realm, is perfect for this team.
Absolutely. See what Jaylen Brown MVP candidate's got. 22, 3, and 4. Oof, that's your MVP?
Oof. Yeah, that's your king?
That's your king?
That's your king?
That's
really?
Tough.
That's your king?
81-66, 4:45 left in the third. The Pistons are up. Man, I can't wait for the playoffs, man, where every possession is just going to have so much energy.
Yeah.
Because right now I feel like I'm on cruise control with this. Cade brings the ball up.
Oh, a dime.
Tobias. There we go. Was that 8 or 9 assists for Cade? I think that's 8.
That's 8.
Shout out Cade. I'd rather see him get
along with 2 steals.
Yep. Of course. You know the stocks are coming.
Oh!
Hey!
Oh! No!
Challenge it.
No!
Challenge it. It's your superstar.
Look at him. Look. Oh, my goodness. And what Cade is truly feeling it.
I think he got him. He would be more animated if you followed him. or if he didn't follow him.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, he got
just
the
a little
arm.
bit.
Yeah, he got the arm. Jeremy Sohan released from the San Antonio Spurs.
Chris, call me crazy, but it's like
Multiple teams.
this Pistons team doesn't
interested.
have any room. They just don't have any room.
Shout out
Who would you take off this?
Shout out Shams Raxter for the report there. No, shout out Spenny.
Who would you take off this team to even
Bobby Clipman. Goodbye.
to give up on him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm good with it. Think there's something there?
they obviously do.
Sohan. Look, I get it. He doesn't shoot the three well, but he's just an interesting cat, man.
He is very interesting.
I don't think he'd go here though. Because I think he's going to want to go somewhere where he has an opportunity to play.
He does. Yep.
So, say.
Yeah, he's a young guy. It's not like he's hunting for championship aspirations. He's hunting for a chance to play a lot more minutes than he was getting on that San Antonio Spurs team. And if he would have come to the Pistons, it would be the same amount. You'd be getting almost the same kind of treatment. So it's like
maybe we're missing the point here. Maybe the point of this story is that there's problems in San Antonio. Is that Wembanyama is not a good leader. Is that what we're getting? That Victor Wembanyama is selfish. And Jeremy Sohan wants out.
yeah.
He wants to get out from under
Chris
the tyrant, Victor Wembanyama.
Wemby hasn't really actually played. He's missed a lot of games
know.
as well. It's like this dude hasn't gotten a chance to play over their backups. It's like,
Pistons in prime control to pick up their 40th win of the season. 40 wins before All-Star break. We have 44 last year.
84-66. Under 4 and a third.
I'd love to see this team get 60 wins. That'd be so nuts. What's their franchise record? I think it's 62.
He challenged it.
Challenge successful. Let's go. Shout out to chat.
man.
I was wrong. From the angle I was looking at, it did look like
Cade
it
out here
It did
is
look
truly.
like that the Pistons were not going to.
I wonder who they gave that
because
to.
got a little bit of
Did they
rest.
give it to Cade? They did. They did give that. Wow, Paul Reed has 4 blocks.
Shout out. You gonna learn to speak b-ball, Paul. Sometimes if you get ball first, they'll let the forearm contact slide. That's exactly what it was.
Tolu Smith heading to the free throw line.
Mark Royal, man. It's coming in this chat. Hey, Mark, I appreciate your support, but you have been a negative Nancy today. Come on, man. Give me something positive.
Say one positive thing about the Pistons.
Yeah,
Go.
say one positive
Go.
thing about the Pistons, man. Shout out to Mark Royal, though. I do appreciate genuinely everybody that's in here.
Yeah.
Where we at in the like count? Let's see.
Whether you agree with us, whether
Do
you
we
disagree
step it
with
up?
us,
61. That's it.
we
The
love you.
Raptors have more points than we have likes. That can't happen. We got 75
Just can't
in
be
here.
right. It can't be right.
We got 75 in here. Come on, chat. Let's get it going.
Make sure you share the stream to all your friends out
Yep.
there. Your family members. We're a family friendly show around here. All right.
And also, if you are not, subscribe to the Woodward Sports channel, man. We got everything going on here. We have 4 live shows every single day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. We are loaded with shows covering the Tigers, the Lions, the Pistons, the Red Wings, the college teams, the amateur teams, everything Detroit sports, everything Michigan related. Woodward Sports is your home. Make it your home. Shout out the chat, man. A lot of the familiar faces I see from show to show are in here, so I appreciate you guys for coming in here and holding down me on this stream. This is a amazing opportunity that I am blessed to be a part of, and your guys' support
Likewise.
helps keep that going. So I appreciate that a lot.
Yep.
Please like the stream, comment nice things, say something nice about my hair. I don't care what you got to do, but just leave a good comment, and we appreciate that. Levert, big three from
Look,
the
they are
spin
talking.
motion.
Look at you see that? Mark Royal, Levert
Yeah.
for 3. That's something positive.
There we go.
You know what?
Shout out Mark Royal.
Kevin Herter also got his first scratch of the day with a reverse layup.
Hey, man, until it's a 3.
Until it's a 3, doesn't count.
I got to see it.
Doesn't count unless it's for
I got to
3.
see it. You know what? That will make my day, chat. If we see Kevin Herter get a 3, I'm happy.
Oh, well, you just got Levert.
Mako
Back for the threes.
Mako Dakota says, great podcast, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support.
If you're
Ibrahim,
new here,
Karis
make sure you
Levert.
subscribe.
Yes, you guys are spamming Karis Levert. I know. You guys know I don't
Yeah.
like Karis Levert. On the Pistons.
Make sure you let
Nothing
Chris.
personal.
Make sure you let Chris hear about it.
Literally no one in the East can touch us. Again, I'd slow your roll. Playoff basketball is different. And Boston could be getting back Tatum, and they traded for Vucevic, and we only beat them by like an average of 4 points.
Chris, what could be interesting is if Tatum does end up playing, does that actually hurt Boston?
No.
It's taking away shots from Jaylen Brown.
It's taking away Luka Garza minutes. You win. I don't care. Now, I'm here for the conversation. He's not going to be a superstar. That's totally fine. At least like this year, this playoff run, that's fine. All that is fine and dandy. But to talk about him being a negative,
Not a negative per se, but
well, then what's it matter? If it's positive, anything
not
positive is not
necessarily
good.
positive, but
He's not going to be neutral or negative.
what if that's someone where, okay, you can take advantage of in a series against him, where you know he's obviously maybe not truly at 100%.
I like the stat from Aaron. Vucevic is good for us. He has the worst rim protection in the league statistically, and we dominate the paint.
Listen.
I don't know the full statistics on that, Aaron. I would tend to believe you, knowing Vucevic's game. But it's the offense that he is a problem with. And the thing is they got Cade. Again, they'd probably more than likely be getting Tatum back. So you're in a position where their front line just got a lot better. And I'm not saying it's a perfect front line to stop the Detroit Pistons, but I think it has some matchup problems for Detroit. And I just wonder how well that will go over. Because right now, I mean, they're dominating Luka Garza. I'm sure Vucevic is better at protecting the rim than Luka Garza.
And I mean,
another missed 3 by Herter. Damn it.
To his point, though, Chris, Jalen Duren has looked really good when he's played against Vucevic.
Yeah.
But then again, then this
Vucevic has looked great.
Then again, this new version of Jalen Duren pretty much is probably one of the most unstoppable paint presence in the league right now.
Shout out Cole Soldier. Could have kept Ivy. All right, come on, let's not do this.
Yeah, we've already talked about Ivy enough.
Yeah, man, guys, let it go.
It's a
over.
wrap.
It's over. Nothing can change. Tobias flirting with the ref. No, let me not do that. Let me not be messy.
Hey, you trying to be messy for Unc for, man? Come on, man.
He's just chilling.
By the way, his doppelganger is out there on a tour.
His doppelganger just dropped a fire album.
If he does come to Michigan, I'll be there. First one in line.
I'm gonna be at the show. I've never seen J. Cole. Actually, I have seen J. Cole live. He came out for Kendrick during the Dam.
You were there.
At that one.
I was there as well.
Yeah, that was monumental.
I was 16.
And because I was so damn tall.
First concert. That was my first ever concert.
Yeah, that was like my second or third. I was not really a concert goer. I'm still not to this day. But I did go. And I actually, because my tall ass, I was sitting like the first row right above like general admission, like standing.
Yeah.
And I could see Cole's dreads rising up from the platform. I was like, holy shit, it's J. Cole. Before everybody knew. The reason that happened was Royce 5'9". Shout out Royce 5'9". Royce 5'9" is the one that made that happen. J. Cole was in town to record the Bob Boat feature. And then Kendrick was like, pull up. He was like, say less. That was dope. Back to sports.
Well, that was sports.
Fred Vincent needs to work with Kevin. He needs to. I think he has a full-time job on his hands with Ron and Asar. I think.
Don't add any more to that man's plate. Yeah. He's dealing with the
that guy is.
If he's dealing with the Sard,
earning a damn paycheck.
He's earned it.
Yeah, he's earned it. I mean, look, he did good for Ivy. He really did.
He did.
I love to actually be able to ask Ivy on that. I mean, I can't anymore.
He's probably done well for Isaiah Stewart as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
A lot of these guys. I mean, Cade's probably been,
Cade, 5
affected.
seconds left. Oh, 2. He's going to pull it.
He's cool. He's cooled down a little bit, but the Pistons are up by 20. They lead 94-74 at the end of the third quarter. Chris, this team, they're giving us a masterclass right before the All-Star break. This is this is best case scenario that you could have asked for, especially being shorthanded in the front court. No Jalen Duren, no Isaiah Stewart. This is truly amazing that they're able to come out here, even if they're missing their 2, stars in the front court in terms of what they are for the team. And you didn't miss a step, and
you didn't.
You're handling one of the teams that they, continue to say that some people continue to say can beat the Pistons. So
I need Lori Marketing to keep shooting that bitch for me. Shout out, Lori.
I thought you didn't like him.
I'm locked into fantasy. I'm locked in. I need Birdie to chill out. Last place in my fucking
JB
league.
not playing Lanier is crazy. Thomas Roro.
Shout out, Birdie.
I mean, we can't nitpick. I mean, this team is extremely deep in terms of, how many players they have to put out on the court. Like, that is an extremely tough job for JB. I'm sure that they truly just want to make sure that Chaz Lanier is getting all the reps he can.
Yeah.
Like Kool-Aid said in the last stream with the G League, to make sure that when his number is called, when it is time for him to, come up to the main roster and truly be, playing effective minutes for this Pistons team, that he doesn't miss a step, and that he has, all the playing time he needed to be successful.
I agree with that.
It's the same thing that they've kind of taken that approach with Dennis Jenkins, who, he was going off for this Motor City Cruise team for a while. And when it was his time to finally get his shot in for the Pistons and on the main roster, he didn't disappoint. And look where that landed him. He now has a contract, and he's going to be the Pistons' kind of backup point guard for the next few years. So it's like it's the development.
Yeah.
This is the development route that they're going to be taking with Chaz Lanier and a lot of these other guys that they have on this Pistons team.
Jenkins flips it up. Hey. That was an attempt.
What was that?
B-ball Paul. Caught him lacking. That was a good fake. He should have finished that. Pistons up 20, by the way, as we start the fourth quarter here. Toronto drawing a foul. Going to the free throw line is R.J. Barrett. Look, this team, man. Yeah, he should have had him there. He definitely should have had him there. Shout out to B-Ball Paul. Where do you think Sohan's going? He's got to go somewhere where he can be proven.
It's going to be, it truly is going to be one of those teams where he...
Tank teams?
Truly, yeah.
Like Utah?
It could be Utah.
Oh, no, Utah's got a ton of front court.
You know what? It could be the Pacers.
No, you know who it should be? It should be Memphis.
Memphis?
They got who's the bigs they got playing there? Gigi Jackson. That's
Maybe
it.
the Wizards.
Yeah, they do lose a couple bigs.
Anthony Davis ain't playing for the rest of the season.
That's true.
Chris, do you see Anthony Davis in the Wizards uniform or his street clothes when he comes back?
Karis LeVert having a good game.
And for the 2026 season, what do you think?
In terms of shooting. What's that?
You're going to see Anthony Davis in a uniform, or are you going to see him in more street clothes?
Street clothes.
Just like,
He's cooked, man.
For a while, this there was talks of the Pistons trading for him. It's like, you do not want that as a franchise. That's
serious.
Like, you don't want to do that. Karis LeVert is showing out here in the second half.
He is.
He must have taken Cade's mojo. Kevin Huerter.
Come on. Looks good, though.
You know what? Call me crazy, Chris, but the shot looks clean. It looks like it's literally on line every single time. It just rims out.
Yeah. You don't get paid. You don't get paid for almost, though.
You don't get paid for almost.
Damn. Come on, man. I just want to see one. I tried to bet this guy, Nick, he was going to shoot 31%. He's shooting 0%. Jeez, make a layup, brother.
He's getting to the rack, though.
That's not my bet. Hey, man, give him time, bro. Look, we got a game where we're up 20.
Yeah.
We got a game. We're up 20. And we gotta just, why not let Huerter fire away? Why not let Huerter fire away? Hey, guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button if you want to see some All-Star Weekend content live from All-Star Weekend. Woodward's got some things planned. They got some things planned, man. We need to get these likes up. We ain't giving you shit unless we get 100 likes.
Nothing.
Shout out to chat.
We're going to go on strike.
Yeah, we're going to go on strike. 75 people in here.
I'll tell you what, 75 people in here. Chris, let's lock the doors. Lock the doors, all right?
Lock the doors.
You ain't going nowhere until we get 100 likes.
Yeah. Pistons. Up 101-83, 9 minutes left in the game. Dennis lobs it ahead to Tobias for the finish.
With the nice two-handed, that's a gentle slam there, Chris.
Stop the cap. Kevin is wild and just catches shit.
They should expand the three-point contest to 12 people.
Duncan Robinson got snubbed. I ain't mad at that.
Chris, how does that work? Do they ask these guys, or is it just
they ask them. Shout out to Dame Lillard.
Like I'm
playing on a torn Achilles.
Yeah, which is crazy, by the way.
Hey, I mean, if there's one contest you can do on a torn Achilles.
I mean, last year, Chris, I would have loved to see Malik Beasley in that three-point contest.
Yeah.
And this year, I would have loved to see Duncan Robinson in the three-point contest.
I would. Swing that. Oh, that was his chance. Come on, buddy.
That was gonna be his cleanest in-rhythm look.
I know. He's gonna miss that bitch too. There we go.
Dang.
Ah, come on.
All right. Listen. I can't defend the guy no more.
I can't, bro. This is like 0 for 13.
I can't defend the guy no more until he makes
this is
one.
0 for 13.
You got to make one. I'll come back.
You said who would I release for Jeremy Sohan? How about Kevin fucking Huerter?
Huerter not in the three-point contest.
Oh, man.
Obviously. Ibrahim says he is 0 for 10 with his tenure for the Pistons. Over 10 from 3. That's tough. Asar returning.
That's
what Ibrahim says in the chat.
I knew it was like north of 10.
Oh my gosh.
I guess 13, but yeah, 0 for 10 is nuts. Come on, Huerter.
Bro, no one's acting like a simp for Huerter. We just want the dude to knock a 3 down.
Yeah, I know.
This dude, he's like the 10th guy on the bench. We don't care.
What is this?
We don't
like,
care.
Are you a masochist? Like, why do you want Huerter to be bad?
Like, we just want the dude to hit a 3. Like, it's not that deep.
I want the Pistons. I want the players that are in Pistons uniform to play well, including Karis LeVert, who is playing well tonight, by the way. Come on, Herter. Guys who are happy to see Ivy go are now acting like Ivy simps for Herter. I hope you're not talking about me here, because all I want to see is a Detroit Pistons shoot well. That's it.
We just want to see the dude knock down a three.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care what he is, truthfully. Like
Chris, he's the 10th guy on the bench. We don't care. He's not getting no run in the playoffs, all right?
Brother, he's not the 10th. You want to go through the numbers? You got Stu off the bench. You got Holland off the bench. You got Jenkins off the bench. You got Javonte Green off the bench.
Yeah, he's deep.
You got B-Ball Paul off the bench.
Yeah,
You got okay, Karis LeVert, Kevin Herter. I mean, right now it's definitely Karis.
Depending on the day.
Did I say Javonte Green already?
Yeah, you said Javonte Green.
Okay. So, yeah. So, you're at best, you're the 7th guy off the bench. Or at best, you're the 6th guy off the bench, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of expectation you can have for that.
There is no expectation. It's just whatever. If he gives you anything, it's whatever.
JB playing everybody has led to just insane discussions and expectations.
Like this guy, like if these guys were just sitting on the bench, like we wouldn't even have to hear about this.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we would hear about it, Chris. They'd be saying put him in.
Yeah, they would. We want him to play well, but he sucks. Mark Royal, I cannot argue with you right now.
We're not going to argue with you right now.
All I can say, though, is give it time. I mean, look, who cares how he's playing right now? If he's playing good in April, May, or possibly even June, it was a great trade. If he's not, then oh well.
JPD in the chat. Javonte has been terrible last few games.
I disagree.
His impact is just going beyond what it brings you in a scoring value.
He gives you a steal, a fast break dunk, and a three. Like, in 7 minutes. And that's all you need. All you need is that. If he gives you 3 to 5, 3 to 7 points, you're happy.
Maybe we can see some Bobby Clintman and Marcus.
No Duran,
Sasser.
no Stewart, no problem. Not against Toronto. Ha-ha. Shout out my Canadian relatives.
We got a timeout going on.
No Javonte blasphemy. He legit changes games defensively, always brings on that side. I want a 2 or 3 year deal for Javonte after this season. It'll be interesting to see what he gets.
Yeah.
He might take that bag and run. He might. I
don't know, Chris. Like I don't know if I want to give him a 2 to 3 year deal, but it's like
I'm okay with a 2 or 3 year deal.
Maybe a 2 year deal if it was like, somewhere around like 2 for like maybe 6 or something like that.
No Holland, yeah. I miss Ron Holland.
Dude, I'm a big.
He's been out. What is it? 2
I'm a
games
big
in
Ron
row,
Holland
3 games in
fan.
a row
All right,
for personal reasons. So I hope everything's okay.
I've been going through withdrawals. Not
Do you
being able to see
believe
Ron Holland
Sasser
play.
is a third string type player? I think he's for sure a third string point guard in the NBA, and I think he's arguably a second on some teams. And I think some of these pathetic tanking ass teams could start the guy. You're talking to a guy that thinks Sasser is a good player. I think he is.
We all think Sasser is a good player.
He has his limitations.
But is he playing over the guys that's ahead of him?
Yeah.
And the answer is no.
Yeah. And the Pistons, unfortunately, just aren't in a place to give developmental minutes. We're not Chicago. We can't just take these bums and give them playing time. We can't do that. We got games to win. That was mean. Pistons up right now, looking to close out on their 40th win of the season. Think it was 222. What is he talking about? And I honestly want us to think about packaging Sasser in seconds to move up to mid to first round and get Joshua Jefferson or something.
You know the beautiful thing about that? This trade that so many of you think you hate. Well, guess what? That first round pick is going to be a low to mid-20s pick.
You think we only win 15 games the rest of the year, Thomas? Assuming we win this one? How many games are left? This is like game 58. So you think we go 500 the rest of the way? I mean, we do got a tough schedule. I ain't gonna lie.
We do, but like, come on,
no.
man! Like this
going.
Pistons team has already shown you. They've already shown you.
They'll win games they're not supposed to.
Look what they did to the Knicks.
Go Pistons.
How many how
over
many
under? What are we doing?
how many of
What are
your
we doing over under for?
your
Let me
big
know.
media had the Pistons completely dismantling the Knicks in both occasions that they played them so far? None.
I'm very intrigued by T. Will's pick now. If it lands at 20, we could easily trade up another 3-5 spots and get a power forward of the future. Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, look, you could package that pick and you could move up in the lottery.
Chris.
You could.
But I don't want to say too much because it's like I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone to hear like this. I'm gonna have a strict talk with Trajan just on this
Draft class.
Yeah, it's just gonna have to be like me and him.
I need to dive into draft prospects.
I'm just
I don't
gonna
do
tell
that
him.
until
It's just gonna be
season.
me and him. I just need to tell him what's going on in my brain, what it looks like, so he can just so he knows. Like we don't have to talk about it because we don't want no one else to know about it. But
Well, what I think the Pistons could do, and would be fun if they did, is you guys start doing what you've done before, which is packaging like 4 seconds and move back into the first round. And I'd like them to either do that or just move up that 20 spot, move up and get a lottery guy. I would like that if that's available.
Chris, I have a dream.
I haven't even thought of the Pistons actually making like moves in the draft. I've only thought about like acquiring players that are in the NBA. But the Pistons do have 8 second-round picks additional to all of their own. So what they can do is they can package 4 of those easily and move up and go get a guy. This year or next year, you can move up into the first round. We've seen teams do that several times the last couple of years. We trade, 3-4 seconds, and you move up into the first, and late first, and you get somebody. You get a cost-controlled asset that you believe in for 4 years. So, I wonder. Maybe that's what Trajan's plan is. Maybe he, because he is a draft guy.
Listen,
Maybe he just wants more of his guys.
I told you my mad scientist plan.
I know.
I didn't go into deep
We'll
with
save
it.
it. We'll save it.
But
Yeah.
it's
I,
if that was to happen, Chris, like Jesus, like
150 likes, Jeff will lay out his master plan.
yeah, 150 likes. I'll lay out my master plan on how this Pistons team can get truly dangerous.
Move up to get Yaks.
Nah,
Yaks and Jefferson are my top guys by far.
you wouldn't even have to
I'm
move
concerned
up.
their stock
You don't
will
have to
cheapen.
move up to get those guys. Those guys would fall to you at that mid-20 range. You gotta think, chat. Like NBA doesn't value juniors and seniors coming out of college. Like they just don't.
And
A
Trajan
lot of
does.
times
He
those
grabbed
guys.
Chaz and Bobby.
Huh?
Well, wait, what's a Bobby?
Bobby's different.
Was he a junior,
He was overseas.
Oh, he was overseas. You're right. Yeah.
He did play for
college.
college. I
Oh,
forget
so
how
then
it
he is
worked.
just an older player. Yes.
No, he's not an older player, but he's a young player. That's why I said I don't think they're ready to exactly give up on Bobby. I feel like they're just truly in the development bag with him. But no, Chaz, like that dude, he was a fifth year senior.
Yeah.
Like
I like Chaz so much, man.
We do. We love Chaz. Like
I love Chaz.
his shooting ability. Like I
watched it.
love it on this team.
I watched him in the G League game, man.
Yeah, he lightened it up.
Dude, he looked like he didn't fucking belong. He looked like everybody else
listen.
on that court sucked.
You know who else? Spartan Dog, Jaden Akins.
Yeah.
He's filling it up. Like shout out to him. He's gonna
I'd
be on
rather
the
have a
shout out to him.
dynasty over a win now move for a star situation.
And shout out to Jaden Akins though, Motor City Cruise. He's going to be participating in All-Star Weekend.
Yeah. Well,
For what it's worth, Chris.
for what it's worth, Ibrahim has that comment, and that's an interesting comment. Yeah. So Pistons upcoming schedule real quick. So Knicks, Bulls, Spurs, Thunder, Cavs, Magic, and then they're back for Cavs, Spurs, Nets. That is a tough stretch. Cavs twice, Spurs twice, Knicks, Magic. You got the Bulls in there. Yeah. That's a really tough schedule, man.
It is, but for how this team is built,
I mean, look, it is what it is.
it doesn't
matter.
worry me. It doesn't worry me.
No. I'm only starting to get a little anxious now because now I really it's really kind of hitting me that we could actually have the 1 seed over OKC.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually dialed in for each game.
It could very well be those games against OKC what kind of, cause it. Really, Chris.
I know, which is why the Stu suspension does hurt in that
It
aspect.
does, but you will have Jalen Duren.
But you will have Duren back.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I
We
don't
get
see
Duren back for Cavs,
I don't see a
yes.
player
We get
on
Stu
the
back
Thunder
before the second Spurs.
I don't see a game. I mean, I don't see a player on the Thunder that can truly guard Jalen Duren. It's impossible. I just don't. See, he would abuse Chet in the post.
I want to see him just absolutely, yeah. The way Wemby disrespects Chet.
Yeah.
I haven't even thought though about that. Man, Trajan can really do some nasty stuff in the draft too.
I've thought about it. Trust me.
Yeah. That would be fun. And I think he definitely will. I think he definitely will want to draft some players because he'll want to have some of his own guys.
Yeah.
That's why I was I was trying to tell everybody all summer, deadline, Ron Holland ain't going nowhere.
Sar.
Shout out to
He
Sar.
literally
flip
just
that. Flip
he
that to
literally
Jenkins.
just chased that down.
Shout out.
Shout out to Dennis.
Herder, come on.
Want a little step back right there?
I
A little step back right there.
did. Come on, chat. We need the Herder. Jenkins, you got this shit.
Pistons can't buy a bucket right now.
Raptors under 99, easy money. 4.5 left. Kevin Herder playing scared. He doesn't want the ball. All right, guys, I don't think it's that. I think he's just not. I think he's just on a new team. And probably a team that has a very consistent identity. Herder. Did that look scared to you? Herder drives the basket, gets a 2-pointer. Dylan Brooks, 16th foul, so he will be suspended.
Mark Royal, who said Yax wouldn't be a good pick? I just said we won't have to move up for him. He's going to fall to the mid-20s. That's what I said. Actually like Yax's game. I'm not a complete hater.
God,
I'm not going to just say I don't like the kid's game because he plays for Michigan. That's crazy. He has a good game. But do I want to package a whole bunch of seconds to move up 4 or 5 slots to get him where I could have gotten him in the mid-20s? No, thank you. No.
Yeah, fair.
Look at that. Chris. Look who it is. Checking into the game.
Cares?
Bobby Clinton.
Oh, there we go. So it's over.
And the chat's favorite player, Marcus Sasser. Chat, how we feeling? Can we get 100 likes from Marcus Sasser being in the game? Y'all caught for it all game? JB gives you what you want?
Damn. Shout out Pistons. Up 19, looking to close it out. Kevin Herder.
You know what I need to see right now,
Lock it
Chris?
down.
One thing to make this game complete.
You need that Kevin
Go
Herder
ahead,
three.
go ahead and sub Kevin Herder out. Let's put Chaz in, all right? Let's get a real lethal shooter out there.
Hey, man, you watch your mouth. Give it time. Yeah, 28, 9, and 7 for Cade.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's going to just chill with that. He's going to take that to the bank. You heard?
Could have easily ended this game with 40 and a triple-double at that.
Yeah.
But no point. Didn't even play in the fourth quarter. Has not played in the fourth quarter.
There. All right. Lock in. Kevin Huerter with the rebound. There we go. Doing the other things. The intangibles. That's why they got him. Nah, I'm playing into it now. Kevin Huerter. Dish the ball. Swing that to a corner. Swing that to a corner. Come on. Selfish. I need to just see.
Bobby Clemens, like, let him eat. Let him get some money.
Misses. Yeah, Brooks got suspended for getting his 16th tech. Scottie Barnes one more score. Is Scottie in?
And that doesn't reset for. Ooh, look who it is. Look who it is. Look who it is, Chris.
Shout out.
That's our boy.
Goat check.
Chad's goat.
This is the lineup that you need to see.
This is Chad's goat.
Is that Chaz?
Yeah. Not the shot that was Bobby.
That's what I thought.
But yeah, Chaz is in the game now.
Shout out.
He's going to shoot it. Money.
Dude, I love that. No fucking
look how
hesitation.
smooth that looks, though.
No hesitation. Looks smooth as hell. Herter is a +4. Ivy's a -14 right now. Well, his team sucks. Come on, guys. No, I mean, honestly, not even like caping. Like, I mean, literally, other than the 3-point shot, Herter's looked okay so far. He's looked fine.
He's actually made some pretty good layups.
He's looked fine. But you didn't bring him here for everything else but threes. You brought him here for threes, and then hopefully everything else.
You brought him here to avoid paying Jaden Ivey.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you brought him here to get rid of Ivy, basically.
That's what you brought him here for.
Yeah.
You just need the contracts to match up.
Fair. Herter is good all around. Our Pistons bringing me so much long lost joy to this little old lady. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Mayuki Kuba, I believe. I hope I'm saying that right. Shout out to you. Big Pistons fan. How long have you been a Pistons fan? Darko Milicic should visit Detroit and pass along the human victory cigar trophy.
Chat, tell us how long you've been a Pistons fan. We want to know.
Yeah, let us know.
Everybody tell us how long you've been a Pistons fan.
Let us know. We're going to have I think it'll be a rather quick post game. I mean, what is there really to say about this particular game? But that being said, we will hang out for a bit after the game, talk about that, and then it will be All-Star Weekend time, where you will see Cade, and I think Duran will play, but he won't be in the dunk contest.
No.
So,
but we can expect fireworks when we see a Cade Cunningham to Jalen Duran lob dunk in the All-Star.
Herter, look at that! That's how you end the stream.
We got it.
That's how you end the stream.
And the chat goes crazy. That's it. That's all we needed. Just that one.
Apologize,
Watch out.
Nick.
Watch out. It ain't drizzling too. It's raining threes. Kevin Huerter, 9 points, 3 rebounds. The Pistons hang on to win this game, 113-95.
Detroit basketball, let's get it.
Chris, Cade didn't even play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He didn't even play in the fourth quarter.
He didn't.
Like, this is truly, like, the Pistons dominated
Ethical hoops,
and this Pistons team straight up just dominated, while shorthanded, dominated this Toronto Raptors team.
Yeah, I thought it was a good win. Pistons 40th win on the season. Again, they now join that club. It is only them in OKC right now. 40 wins, 13 losses. Shout out to Detroit Pistons. They get it over Toronto, 113-95. A potential second round playoff preview, dare I say. Shout out to everyone in the Woodward Sports Chat family for tuning in to us. I'm Chris Platte, a.k.a. Platte Pods, and that is my guy, Jeff Walker, filling in for Detroit's Kool-Aid, Brandon Dent, who is actually on his way en route to All-Star Weekend to give us exclusive content. So smash the like button and you will see exclusive live stream content from NBA All-Star Weekend, courtesy of Brandon Dent, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid. Shout out to him. Glad he was able to make it out there, and I can't wait to show you guys what we got going on. But let's talk about this game. 113-95, Pistons win. Pistons win. We are looking at the stats here, and they won the three-point battle. 14 of 34 versus 10 of 32.
You don't say that a lot with this Pistons team, Chris.
41% from three to the Toronto Raptors, 31%. Free throw game. Toronto actually won that.
A little rough.
21 of 23 for Toronto. Pistons, 17 of 25. I like that they're getting more attempts in the R team.
A little rough. We've talked
Yep.
about this. The Pistons do need to capitalize when they get to the line in terms of hitting their free throws. Like those come in so clutch when you actually have games that turn out to be, closer and contested games. Like those free throws matter. So you want to see them take care of business from there. But not going to truly nitpick that tonight because these Pistons team dominated the Raptors in terms of not only winning in the three-point battle, but also how did they win the rebound battle? And they're missing their two front court.
That's a great
duo
point, Jeff.
They're missing Jalen Duren, who averages 11 rebounds per game, and yet the Pistons won 46-35 in the rebound battle.
They won the offensive and defensive glass by 5 and 6, respectively.
I told you what it would be. It would be a collective, but it would truly be on Cade Cunningham and others to pick up the slack. And Cade Cunningham picked up the slack.
He absolutely did, man. He absolutely did. You hit the nail on the head there. To do that, to have that success without your two big frontline centers to set the tone, I think that really is a statement win against. Look, Toronto is, if anything, a good rebounding team. You have Jakob Poeltl, you have Scottie Barnes. Like, they have guys that can get after it on the glass, absolutely. So I think that this is a very impressive performance from the Pistons in that regards. To me, I thought that was great. Another one, they win the assist battle 24-22. They win the stocks battle 18-15. Shout out to the Pistons there. They actually barely won the total turnover battle. 16 turnovers for the Pistons, while 17 for the Raptors. Again, Toronto, that's one thing they do. Toronto kind of mirrors Detroit in that way. They're a good defense that takes care of the ball. Those are their MOs. They're not a great three-point shooting team. That's why I think the Pistons are a great matchup, because everything that Toronto does, Detroit does, but better.
Yeah.
And that's why you feel good about it, and you're seeing it reflected there. The points off turnovers, Detroit gave up 16, while Toronto gave up 15. So they narrowly lost that one. Fast break points, the Pistons won 14-9. Points in the paint, they demolished per usual, 50-34. And from there, the largest lead, Pistons 23. Raptors never led this game. Pistons won since the jump, or had the lead since the jump. Before we get into the box score stats, any other overall takeaways before we get to specific players?
This team did exactly what you expect them to do. Shout out to, we'll get there, but what a way to end your first, half of the, the season, especially going into the All-Star break. You are, Chris, the 40-win team before you get 20. And
40 wins, guys. Smash the like button. 40 wins.
This Pistons team got you 40 wins before the All-Star break. If you thought this was going to happen before the season, you'd be the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, you would. You'd be smarter than me.
If you said that and you have it in evidence, like, show me, because
I'd love to.
I didn't see this happening,
and
I'm glad to see that they are here and that they have, got to this point. But as we get into this box score, shout out to B-Ball Paul, man. He showed out today.
He taught the language.
He showed out today.
He taught the language today.
He didn't just show the language. He taught the language. He gave them homework. So the Raptors are going to have homework on the B-ball Paul language as they head into the All-Star break.
Yeah.
B-ball Paul, 22 points, was 10 of 17 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, and then he also had 5 rebounds and 3 assists to go with that, and
7 stocks. 4 steals, 3
4
blocks.
blocks, 2
Or
steals.
4 blocks, 3 steals is what I'm seeing.
Okay, 3 steals. So 7
stocks.
4 blocks?
7
I didn't see
stocks is nuts.
Hey, man, this dude really, he gave you a life lesson today in
Absolutely.
terms of a B-ball Paul language. Like, he gave you a life lesson.
Absolutely. Cade Cunningham, we talked about it already. 28 points, 9 assists, 7 boards, 9 of 14 from the floor, 6 of 11 from 3. 28 points in 30 minutes. Again, that full stat line in just 30 minutes, and with a plus-minus of plus 26, which leads the entire Pistons team. Great game. And then, again, 4 stocks for him as well. 3 steals and a block.
And this is another 25.
What a fucking great game.
25-5 and over 2 game for Cade Cunningham.
Absolutely, man.
That's another one to add. And like I highlighted during the show, during the watch party, we don't talk about Cade's defense enough.
We don't.
And that's because he delivers us amazing offense every single night, whether it's the 25 points or the 10 assists. It's like he's consistently doing this at a consistent basis, and it's beautiful to see. But then we get to see truly what Cade is like as a defensive player, and he is, in my opinion, he is the best two-way player in the NBA right now in terms of what he does.
It's just a cheat
Two-way
code.
perimeter player, I'll give you that.
Yeah. I'm with that.
I think the only other player that can truly rival Cade in terms of what you give him two-way would be Jaylen Brown right now.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown.
I feel like that's kind of the same space defensively.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So. But that was a good performance from Cade Cunningham. Next, we will highlight Duncan Robinson. 4 of 8 from the floor for 13 points, 2 of 5 from 3.
Very efficient.
4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block for him as well.
He got 2 stocks.
2 stocks for old Duncan.
Who said Duncan Robinson can't play defense?
Shout out to Duncan Robinson, man. Good game from him. Tobias, the other vet. How about Tobias with a double-double, 12 and 11.
Yeah, like
12 and 11 with the block.
Those rebounds had to come from somewhere, Chris.
4 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3. Love to see it. That's a great game from Tobias. You take that every time. Asar Thompson, 4, and
3
2
stocks.
steals and a block.
Yep, 3 stocks for
3
him.
stocks
He just
for him.
you know what? Asar continues.
Plus 19.
Asar continues this. He continues this momentum of continually having 2 steals, and it's been that way, I believe, for the past 8 games, if I'm not mistaken, where he's had 2 steals at least in the past 8 games, if I'm not mistaken. This dude's you know what, Chris? This is exactly what I wanted to see from Asar Thompson. It isn't about what Asar gives you in terms of points, what he gives you in terms of assists. That's all bonus.
Yep.
But what I truly want to see is his
stocks.
His stocks.
Yeah.
His defensive effectiveness on the floor as well. Like, he just bothers people, and that's what I want to see more of him doing, is just being out there on the floor, giving us, quality minutes where he is, because Chris, he's just bothersome. Like, he just gets to everyone. Like, he's never out of position. He's always there in your face. It's extremely tough to score on him, and this dude's on a pace right now where we could potentially see him as a defensive player of the year. Like, truly.
We absolutely can.
And that would be something. That'd be pretty awesome, Chris. I mean, especially if you can potentially get Cade Cunningham to MVP, and you get Asar Thompson to Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention Jalen Duren for Most Improved Player. Like, those are all things that these guys are you know, in the lead to get, or in that conversation to get, in terms of their awards, which would be amazing for as a fan for us to see, because not too often do we see Detroit players get this love. Like we've seen last year where Malik Beasley did not get that love as Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah.
And it hurt. It hurt a little bit. Because, it's like, we're not used to these things in Detroit. But we're here now.
We're not, but we are here now. Wish I could order some Buddy's Pizza right now. Shout out. Let's see. Shout out our sponsors. Let's see. Did she actually answer? Shout out to Mayuki Kuba. I'm going with that name. Please correct me in the chat. I fell in love with Bill and beer. I tried to play high school basketball, not originally from Hawaii, but Okinawa, Japan. Wow, shout out.
That's amazing.
Shout out, man. Shout out,
amazing.
Shout
Shout
out
out
all
to
the
you.
people that are outside of Michigan that tap in. That's really some hardcore
That's
dedication,
special.
passion, love. We appreciate that. So shout out to Mayuki Kuba. Again, please type in there if I'm saying your name wrong, because I do want to shout you out. Shout out to you. Does Asar get a max contract? I would say no. Right now, no. He hasn't proved the scoring punch.
Yeah.
But
You
again,
do want to
look,
see a little bit more from the scoring aspect.
He was 2 of 3
for
for
a
the
max
4.
contract.
It's not like he shot a bunch of shots and still ended with 4 points.
What you want to see from Asar is you want to see the aggression to go out there and actually get your buckets. Like, that's what you kind of need to see from Asar, and that I feel like it's his next step.
100%.
So him becoming a better free throw shooter is going to allow him to be more aggressive. Because right now he struggles from the free throw line, and that's truly what is probably in his mind, thinking, if I do get fouled on the way to the basket, like, I could potentially not make either of these free throws.
Yeah.
And that's something that he struggles with right now. So, but from Asar, you just want to see him continuously get more aggressive in searching for his offense. But what he gives you defensively is absolutely amazing.
100%.
But it's not worth a max contract. Like that max contract would be pretty insane.
No. Now if he gets to even like 16 a game and shows then you're talking about a max play.
Even if he's at 15, 15 a game or right below that at 14.
Yeah.
With what he brings you defensively, now you can have more of a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if he's going to be a defensive player of the year and he gives you that, okay, I understand that.
100%. Let's get into the bench here before we get out of here. Leading the bench in minutes. Wow, look at that, Kevin Huerter. Looks like they gave him all the runway they needed. 1 of 3 from 3. He is now 1 of 11, I believe, since being a Piston. I have to go back and double check that. 4 of 9 tonight. So shot well inside the arc.
Your boy.
But 9 points, 3 rebounds, no stocks. That was Kevin Huerter. Again, I think he looks like he's just trying to get used to playing with new guys. Like, he looks like the new guy trying to fit in. And that's it. So we'll see what he does for his team going forward. But I thought it was a fine night.
21 minutes tonight.
The person I'd like to highlight from the bench tonight is Karis LeVert. I think Karis LeVert, 3 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, an assist, a steal. I actually felt like his numbers were kind of better because it looked like every time I was watching, he was doing something. But again, he had a rough first stretch, and then
his
he came
first
in,
half was rough.
and then he does this, man. It's so weird that he'll have these bad first stints, and then JB will trust him again, and we'll be like, "Why are you doing this again?" And then he turns up and he
turns it around.
delivers some production. So shout out to him. Dennis Jenkins, I thought, was also good. 8 points, 3 of 9 from the floor, very aggressive. 2 of 3 from the line, 3 points, an assist, and no stocks but 2 turnovers, minus 13. He was the worst plus minus on the team tonight, minus 13. I still thought it was a fine game from him. I think you like the aggression. I think you live with it.
Yeah.
I think he is, though, a player that plays a lot better at home than he does on the road.
And you could also expect a little bit of dip in the bench scoring or the bench production, given the fact that you are missing Ron Holland, you are missing Isaiah Stewart. Paul Reed obviously thrusted into that starting role. So those are kind of three guys off the bench that, especially Ron Holland and Stu, like those are pretty much consistent. They provide those
transition plays where a lot of these guys get easy points. Like a lot of these guys have, 8-9 points, but, we have 20 fast break points or 28 fast break points, and it's because of the bench unit. And so it's like everybody gets like easier looks. This was like very much heavy half court offense. Yeah. Everybody had to like make shots. That's not the Pistons game plan. Or their preferred.
It's not their preferred game plan, but they were able to execute it tonight and get it done. And that's primarily built off the starters back. Obviously, Cade Cunningham and Paul Reed leading the way for the Pistons. Shout out to Paul Reed, who outscored any of the Toronto Raptors on their whole entire team, including their all-star and Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram was 5 of 7. RJ was with 16. Scottie was 17. But that's Emmanuel Quick with 18. That's what this team does, man. Is it's death by 1,000 cuts.
And their cuts just weren't deep enough.
Absolutely not. Lastly, Javonte Green. I thought, even though 0 of 4, I thought he gave you good minutes as always. Again, get in the
he's always an
the
energy
rebounds,
guy.
the assists, the energy that he brings. I thought was very, very well done. 3 of 3 from the line. You love that. +4 for him. And then Chaz Lanier and Bobby. I mean, look, it was garbage time. You can't really take nothing away from him. 0 points for both of them. Both of them 0 of 2, 0 of 1 from 3. 0 of 2 from the 4, and Bobby got a steal. So that rounds out the box score. We head into All-Star break. 40 wins for the Pistons. Only 4 away from last season, Jeff.
This feels amazing. This honestly feels amazing, Chris.
It does.
Like, to be in first place, to have 2 All-Stars. Your head coach is the All-Star coach for, for the East. And it's just like, this truly feels amazing, Chris. Like, having this type of notoriety of, having these guys in these spots, it feels amazing. It feels amazing to actually be invested in what goes on in All-Star Weekend to a different level, knowing that you have your favorite players out there or your favorite coach out there, a part of the festivity. And
absolutely.
that's gonna be something that we're looking forward to, and we're bringing you coverage of All-Star Weekend here at Woodward Sports.
Yes, sir. Lots of blowouts around the league. I'm looking to see if they highlight to keep it Eastern Conference. The Knicks blow out Philly. That was without Embiid and obviously Paul George, who's suspended. Boston blows out Chicago. Excuse me. Those are your kind of top of the East wins, and then also Cleveland blowing out Washington. So everybody kind of heads into All-Star. Charlotte rebounds with a narrow win over Atlanta. Everybody in the East that's been playing well these last couple weeks are doing what you'd expect them to do production-wise, so everything is kind of staying the same there. OKC is up 23 at the half on Phoenix. Looks like they're going to get another win too, unfortunately. And then, the Kings just continue to be the worst team. They are losing by almost 30 points at halftime to the Utah Jazz.
Hopefully these Suns find a way to get back into that game, and we head to the All-Star break all even Steven.
Everybody should be rooting against OKC every game, because this is real now. Like, look, this is the pool we're swimming in now. We are looking at OKC. I want everybody to look at OKC during this second half stretch coming after the All-Star break. Look at OKC and see what they are doing, see how they are, and you should be rooting, because the Pistons have a real shot at getting home court advantage against everybody in the league. That would be so valuable. Now, look, you could get the second best record, and then things could break right for you. You could get to the finals, and then OKC could have got eliminated on their bracket, so you end up with home court. I get that. But to have the best record in the association heading into the playoffs, that should be a realistic goal for this team. That's where they're at.
It would feel nice.
They're right there with OKC in terms of their wins. So go chase that. I can't wait, like you said, to get involved with All-Star Weekend. It does suck that I was kind of anti-Duren in the dunk contest, only because of the competition surrounding him. I was like, who are these people? Doesn't look good if you're just, honestly, if you're kind of punching down. But I would have liked to have seen Duren. I would have
loved to see a Cade lob to Duren.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Cade lob to Duren. I'd love to see Cade in a three-point contest. Like, hell. I know he's not the best shooter in the league, but, I mean, stars represent, Yeah. But I'm excited, man. All-Star Weekend. We are going to be giving you some great exclusive content. Shout out to Brandon Dent, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid. He will be at All-Star Weekend giving us some extra content. We'll be tapping in, doing some live streams and all of that. I can't wait to share with you guys. But it's going to be fun, man. This is a beautiful time. Heading into All-Star Weekend, Kings of the East, almost Kings of the League. Feels good, Jeff.
It does feel good.
It
you know what?
Good.
We're just happy to be here.
We are just happy to be here, Jeff.
Lifelong Pistons fans here. Been through it, the worst of days, and now we're finally here and reaping the benefits.
We made it. Listen, everybody, I'll let you guys get going. Please smash that like button on the way out. Shout out Mishanuga. He says, Eric's Chris. I know. Best bench, best coach, best city, best fans, best chemistry. Detroit versus everybody. Thank you all for tapping in. I appreciate you. I'm Chris Platte, a.k.a. Platte Pods. That is my guy, Jeff Walker, filling in for Detroit Kool-Aid, who is down at All-Star Weekend. We will see you with more content very soon. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out.